Hello, culés. How are you all doing? And welcome back to Barça Live. It's Barça versus Mallorca this afternoon at the Spotify Camp Nou in Matchday 23 of La Liga. As you can see, Barça are currently 1 point above Madrid. We can go 4 points clear for now before Madrid face Valencia away from home. Not an easy place for them to go usually, is it, Spence? But today, all focus on Barça. Quite a nice sunny day here in Barcelona at home against the Mallorca side. Who've been struggling a bit of late. They've got some big wins, but certainly on the road they have been in trouble for Barça today, Spence. Welcome back. Very much a day to get the job done, get the points, and go home happy.
Yeah, a sunny day in Barcelona is usually something that we don't have to say, but this week it's been a little
last few months,
overcast, a little rainy.
Not what we were promised when we
but this is why we're here. Actually, I was up earlier today in Montjuic just because.
Yeah.
And it was chilly, but the sun was just like kind of basting your skin.
Lovely,
so
no?
We are ready for football. This is like, for me, it's perfect sort of spring football weather.
Yeah.
For people who, are still in winter, we kind of just live perpetually in spring here in the winter. So this is great, and this is a really good matchup. I'm excited for it. These are two pretty good teams, even though they're in different spots on the table. I mean, obviously we know about Barça, but Mallorca too, they have always presented a challenge for us. And let's see if they're up to it today back at the old Camp Nou. Spotify. Camp Nou.
Correct indeed. Yeah, this should be good fun, guys, those of you in the members live chat, hello, good afternoon to all of you. Alia is there, Bruna is there. We are the best. Galatasaray. Gloria says, loyal me, still up waiting for 11:15 p.m. I mean, just imagine the 9 o'clock kickoffs here then, Spence, for Gloria. What would that... So, Gloria, are you up for the 9 o'clock games? Are you, up at...
up for
4 a.m.
11:15. That's got to be...
wow.
11:15. Isn't that like Australia?
Yeah, it's I think it is. Yeah,
New
correct.
Zealand, something like that.
It. Mr. Fire is there. Adam is there. There we go. Good to see you guys. Adam's got a lot of love for you despite what's happened in recent weeks.
Adam decided to jump on the train when it was time. And actually, we can talk about that later because last year's game of this fixture, there were some rumblings about me and Barça and Montjuic. But you know what?
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, of course. Well, certainly a lot to get through in today's program, guys. Spence, let's run through the Barca lineup very quickly. As you can see, the players are out warming up on the Spotify Camp Nou right now. Right then, this is what Hansi Flick has gone for today, people. Quite strong, I'd say. Juan Garcia in goal. Koundé, Koubarsi, Eric and Balde. Probably his favourite back four right now. Strongest, you'd probably say, on paper. Casado gets the nod in midfield. Maybe that's the big news for today. So De Jong is rested. Pedri is injured. Fermin and Olmo are accompanying him in midfield. And then Rashford gets the nod off the left. Rafinha is also still out. Lewandowski as the number 9. He did start midweek, but Ferran missed a few chances against Elche, didn't he? So Lewandowski gets the nod today. Maybe that's a tactical decision from Hansi Flick. And then Lamine Yamal makes up that front three. We said it there, Spence. Pretty big. Don't imagine Flick would be taking any chances. Not in this game. And it's quite a strong team. Maybe De Jong, the big surprise that he's rested. But it's, I suppose, minute management, right?
I mean, what chances do you really... would you really take at this point? Like, what constitutes taking a chance? Because you've got another game to play later this week, and that was just scheduled like yesterday. I think it was.
It was,
but even though we knew that it was coming after the win over Albacete, but hey, this is sort of the grind portion of February, and then you can actually sort of chill for a little bit, which is never a bad thing.
No, that's right, Spence. We have indeed got Atletico de Madrid in the Copa del Rey. That's on Thursday night, people. Will be here for it, of course. And then Spence is right, but we played Girona on Monday, and then we've got a clean week, of course, before facing Levante, and then another clean week before facing Villarreal. 2 in a row. They're coming up, not quite yet, but they are coming up. Right, let's go pitch side to our colleague Llorent Sares, who looks like he's at quite a sunny Spotify Camp Nou this afternoon. Llorent.
Good afternoon, Pablo, Spence, benvinguts a l'Spotify Camp Nou. Let's put some Catalan at the show. Benvinguts, com deia, aquest Barça-Mallorca. Ja tenim els jugadors blaugranes sobre la gespa buscant avui 3 punts vitals per seguir al capdavant de la Lliga i posar una mica de pressió al Real Madrid, que juga demà en el seu compromís de Lliga. Un Barça que, si ja heu vist l'11, presenta la gran novetat de l'entrada de Marc Casadón al lloc de Frenkie de Jong i Lewandowski, que avui serà titular. El davanter polonès ocupa la posició de nou, deixant Ferran Torres a la banqueta. Un Barça-Mallorca que a aquestes alçades pot semblar un partit fàcil, però a aquestes alçades, com deia Hansi Flick, i de seguida l'escoltarem, cap equip, sobretot els de la zona baixa, posa les coses senzilles, perquè el Mallorca necessita punts i segurament el Camp Nou no és el millor escenari per aconseguir-los. El Mallorca no guanya el Barça en partit de Lliga des de fa 20 enfrontaments, la temporada 2008-2009, i aquí al Camp Nou ha sortit amb derrota des de la temporada 2007-2008. Per tant, els precedents són molt positius, molt de compte, això sí, amb Muriqui, el davanter del Mallorca, que suma ja 15 gols aquesta temporada i promet ser la gran amenaça blaugrana. Des d'aquí al Camp Nou, tot a punt. De seguida, Hansi Flick, escoltarem el tècnic alemany. Companys, benvinguts un dia més a l'espectacle de l'Spotify Camp Nou.
Llorenç Sales, thank you very much. Yeah, indeed. It's a spectacle always, isn't it, to watch Barça games at this glorious stadium. Still under construction, of course, but full of Blaugrana shirts this afternoon. I woke up today, Spence, and I thought, this would be a good day to go to the stadium. And it looks good. I know you said in the shade it's a little bit chilly, of course, but when you're in the sun, it looks quite nice out there.
No, it's a good day for football,
Yeah.
and we've got tons of. I know a couple of people who are headed off to the Spotify Cup now today. So this is especially every day now that Barça are back at this stadium after spending so much time away from it. I just feel like, I don't know about you, but even though that the top rung of the stadium isn't finished yet, it's like every time we come back here, you kind of feel. It's almost like, oh, we're back at home again.
Yeah.
It just feels nice.
It is
to
nice.
Be back
I couldn't agree more, Spencer. It's really nice indeed. Again, more people flooding in to the members live chat. Charlotte says, hello, Pablo. It was weird seeing you on the other side the other day. I was here for a program the other day. I'm back on.
Why?
I'm back in my spot because Llorenç was here.
Oh.
We're just like switching it up. Yeah, we're just flicking it up. That was for Fermin's renewal yesterday, guys, wasn't it? Ernemundo says, Visca Barça sempre. That's absolutely right. Magic Zero YT. I love you, Barça. Well, we love you too. Welcome to the show. Right, Spence, key player for today. Let's get it straight in there. Who are you thinking for this one? Because you can go a bit left field if you want. Casadón, I think we have to put in. He's got a big role. He's not just back in the team for an important game, but he's back in it. And then away in that lone six, if you like, with Olmo and Fermin in front of him. Rashford gets the nod again. Up to 10 goals and 10 assists, by the way, this season, which is quite a good return. Numbers-wise, he's been very good. And then Lewandowski. Is it a game where Mallorca are going to put us some difficulties? Can he be the one to just get a goal in a scrappy moment? What are you thinking for this one?
So between those three, while I'm always a big Casadón fan, I don't think he's as key tonight or today or this evening, however you want to place it, as Rashford is, because for me, someone's got to go find the goal, especially in the absence of Rafinha, right? We know that he's always sort of the facilitator, Rafinha, and he can do it whether it's through an assist or a shot on target. But Rashford, who, by the way, I think, if my memory and my scrolling was correct, won best goal of the group stage or league stage phase in the Champions League for his goal against Newcastle.
He won it, yeah?
I believe so. Don't fully quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he did. I mean, it was a rocket
that would
anyway.
make sense.
The second one. However, between those three, I take Rashford. I'll also throw just an extra mention in there. I think between Fermin and Dani Olmo, someone's got to come up with a key pass today. Someone's got to find a through ball or something that breaks through the lines to get to that next level and find the pass that leads to maybe the pass that leads to the goal, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Yeah. I mean, someone, Gloria, says here that Rashford crosses will be key himself. Bruno's also gone for 2. Rashford. Charlotte has said the same. Ben Pish has also gone for 2. Pirita Malita says, Oi, number 3, Lewandowski. And Gloria says, I always choose Joan Garcia, though. Well, let's hope it's not the day for Joan Garcia people. I'm going to go for Lewandowski. Why not? I think if this one gets tight, then let's see if Levy can put out a goal in this one. I'll go for Levy. Let's see what he can produce today. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do, Spence. Let's hear from Hansi Flick. Let's see what he had to say ahead of this one. Here are the words of the German coach just a few moments ago.
I don't know, I wonder if at this moment of the season, these kind of games used to be or could be the most dangerous games?
It's always about that. You know, we haven't reached at the moment. It's a long journey till the end of the season, and at the end we're leading La Liga, but it's not at the end. And champions have to go till the end, and we want to do it.
They need points as well, and Muriqi is on fire with 15 goals. What kind of opponent, what kind of Mallorca do you expect for tonight?
I think the same line like we had last season. So they will defend very clearly, and but also with the set pieces they are very dangerous. So we have to take care about this. But also, you know, you said with Muriqi, he has scored 15 goals right now, and we have to take care about him.
The last one, despite the good moment of the team, there is only 1 point from Real Madrid in the table. Is this a good pressure for the team to win and win the next game?
No, it's always like that. When you're on this level, when you play for Barça, the best club in the world, we also have to win, and it doesn't matter. So this is in every game we have to play on our best level.
Let's go for the win.
Thanks a lot.
There you go, people. Words of Hansi Flick. Let's go for the win.
Let's go for the win, baby!
Let's do it, yeah, indeed. Hansi Flick, a bit wary of course, the threat that Girona pose, but Barça know, with just 1 point in it right now, people, at the top of the table, this is a very, very important game indeed. Right, for those of you who are YouTube members on Barça, we've got something quite exciting coming up.
Oh?
It's tonight/tomorrow morning, whichever way you want to see it. Check this out, Spence. I think you're going to like it.
What are you getting at?
For YouTube Premium members, Barça Legends against Real Madrid Leyendas. That's tonight/tomorrow morning. Sunday, the 8th of February. So watch out for your time zones. That's Central European time, people.
Why is it so late?
This is in Costa Rica, I believe, this one. So there you go. Yeah, very exciting indeed. So there you go, guys. Watch out for it. 6 p.m. local time, I think it is, Spence. If you're a Barca YouTube Premium member, as well as the perks you already get, you had a youth game this morning you could tune into. The press conferences, the training sessions you can watch exclusively. Well, tonight/tomorrow morning, you've got this game to tune into. Puyol, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, all playing Spence.
Mira,
exciting,
the user whose name I'm Gloria, I think it was, who's in Australia. That'll be actually like 8 or 9 a.m. tomorrow. So just wake up and watch it from Australia. How come they didn't invite you to go play for the Barca Legends?
Yeah, I thought the same thing, and I thought it's one of those ones where you have to you think, well, you don't want to like choose yourself, you know. So.
Okay, you'd rather be here working rather than going to Costa Rica.
It was a strange one, I agree.
Playing next to Ronaldinho.
It was a strange one, yeah.
All right, fair
exactly,
enough.
correct.
Fine.
It was a strange one. Any of you who are, of course, Barca YouTube Premium members, well, enjoy it because it's there for you. As I say, that's tomorrow morning at 1 a.m. Central European time. Spence, how are we now with Kickoff? Not long to go, I imagine. Let's have a little look how much is left to go. Just over 15 minutes.
Hola.
Let's chat a bit about Mallorca then, because this is the team they've gone for. The name everyone's talking about is the number 9, Muriqi, and he's been the centre of attention, really, hasn't he, because of his 15 league goals this season that he's already got. He's 1 off 50, by the way, in total league goals. But there's some names in here, by the way. Mateu Jaume came up through the Barça Academy. Pablo Torre, we know, of course, played for Barça. Jan Virgili was sort of, they were wondering, should he be promoted to the first team last season? I thought he was very good for the under-19s and Barça Athletic last campaign. He's proving himself. You go even further back, Leo Roman, our nemesis in goal. And there's a whole lot of bit of talent in that squad. So Spence, unpick this a bit from Mallorca side, who've been bad away from home, but decent at home.
Yeah, so first of all, we got to go with Muriqi, like a CH, okay? Because that is the Kosovan who's got 15 goals this season. We've already mentioned it once, but I think that is one of the most underrated, least talked about storylines of La Liga, because it goes Mbappe 22,
okay,
and then it's Muriqi at 15. And he's second in the league right now in La Liga in terms of goals. So he's in great form. And it's not like it's a one-year fluke. He's been doing this for a while. El Pirata, they call him. So, listen, he's one of my favorite strikers in La Liga because while La Liga does a lot of things in general very tactically and very well, sometimes it's harder to find those consistent strikers that then stay in their spot for years. When I think of La Liga outside of, the big clubs, of course, I think of Muriqi, I think of Ante Budimir, and and I think these guys know how to stay consistent, and that's what he's done. Also, big shout out Pablo Maffeo. We always like to see Maffeo because he's a little bit spicy, he's a little bit angry.
Yeah.
He always, he's always getting up in the face of Vinicius, who was doing some stuff earlier a couple of years ago. And Johan Mojica too is a very, very good left back.
I'm a fan of Mojica.
His speed isn't exactly what it used to be 4, 5, 6 years ago, but he can still put in a deadly cross. He's kind of hot and cold, so let's see what version we get of him tonight. And then obviously, if we go back to last year, like Leo Roman was excellent.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Against Barça in this exact fixture. So, listen, the answer to your question, Mallorca is scrappy, whether it's at home or on the road. This team can surprise you because it feels like, well, they're at the bottom of the table, so it should be a pretty easy 3 points. It's never that way with them.
No, it certainly isn't. There's just a lot of exciting names in that team. There really are, people, just because of the ex-Barca element. You've got Murici up front, who everyone's talking about. They've got some good players in there. Mojica, I'm a really big fan of personally. Spent Samuel Costa, talk about a scrapper in midfield too. My goodness me, he'll put himself about very aggressive player. But Mallorca are a side struggling. They haven't kept a clean sheet in 8 games. Their last victory on the road came in October. They've only won 1 on the road, Spencer. Away form is really, really poor. They've lost 8 of their 11 away games so far this season. They're only 2 points above the drop zone. It could be their day. Spence, I wanted to ask you, you paid a visit to Son Mosh, didn't you, not too long ago? How did you find it?
Really nice atmosphere. A little bit more laid back and friendly maybe than some of the other places that you could go in La Liga, but just in general, we did an away day where we started in Girona and we ended in Girona, so we actually went to the airport, took a 45-minute flight from Barcelona to Mallorca, spent the day driving around the whole island, which doesn't take a whole lot of time. I think it was like 12 euros to rent a car for the day. Oof. And went to the game at 6:30, hustled to the airport to go back. Son Mosh itself, great spot for football. And I think, we have people watching us from all over the world, but I do know for a fact that we have a fair number of folks from the U.S. who are watching. And with their American ownership group, that includes Steve Kerr, Stu Holden, also American, and then, of course, Steve Nash, who's not American, but has been, in the NBA and obviously part of the sports world for a while. Though these owners have made the atmosphere at Son Mosh a lot more glitzy, glamoury, hype videos. Like, get people, with the demonios blowing fire on the pitch beforehand. Obviously, today we're at the Spotify Camp Nou. But just in general, as a club, I think there are other clubs that we could say we aren't as big of fans of because of the way that they operate and do things. That's something we can talk about later today based on what happened earlier today. It has nothing to do with the club itself. But Mallorca in general, 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, you're a
Respect.
fan. Okay,
Respect.
We like to hear that, Spence. We like to hear that indeed. There's just over 10 minutes to go until this one gets underway. Spence, I'm going to throw the pre-game quiz at you. Maybe a few.
I was supposed to do this for you. I'm going to do it for the Girona game. I'm going to do it for the Girona game.
We need to speak before it then.
I'll shoot you a message, but
okay.
for Barça Girona or Girona Barça, I'm doing the quiz and you have no say in the matter.
I'm more than happy for that. That's fine. We'll do it that way. Right, Spencer? Let's get this quiz up on our screens. And by the way, those of you in the members live chat, feel free to play along. I get the feeling the first one again has been given away at the top. But here we go, guys. When was the last time Barça lost, important here, at home to Mallorca? 2012, 2008, or 2004?
So you actually could have confused me, I think, if you had put 2006 on there.
Okay.
Because Llorens said 20 anys. And 20 anys would be 2006.
I think he was speaking rough terms.
This is 18 anys.
Yep.
2008. It's got to be. If you were paying attention.
That's right. And if you, of course, understood Catalan, of course.
You got to get a look. Hey, let me just hit that button. Go on. Go ahead.
You're going to have to hit the OK button in a minute here as well, Spencer, because there you go. And George had it right as well, to be fair. So those of you who were listening, well done if you paid attention at the top of the programme. Question number 2 then, Spence. Maybe a little bit harder. Who scored the winning goal in Barça's 1-0 win over Mallorca last season? Ansu Fati, Lewandowski, or Dani Olmo?
Oh, if I was Robert, I would know this immediately.
Yeah, just
I was at this game. I was there at Montjuic. They had 40 or 42 shots in the game. I don't remember how many of them were on target. I remember Lamine missed an absolute sitter.
Yes, yeah, in the second half, yeah.
But that was already it was already 1-0.
It was, yeah.
So it's either Levy or Dani Olmo.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's not. It wasn't Ansu.
Okay.
It wasn't Ansu.
Okay.
My gut in this case is telling me that the goal was found by Dani Olmo.
Gloria has gone for Olmo. Bruna says Olmo. George and Alia, I don't know if that was the answer to the previous question. George has gone Lewandowski. George has now changed it to 3 and gone for Olmo.
Come on.
Well done, Spence. You're 2 for 2 right now. Hit me.
That game, I was getting so much you-know-what beforehand because I had been to Montjuic for a game 4 times previously, and Barça had lost all 4 of those games.
Lost,
not even drawn. Lost. It was the 2-4 Barça Girona.
Wow.
It was the Clásico where Bellingham scored twice.
Yeah.
That was when Gundogan scored, which was a 1-2. It was there was the Atletico de Madrid game where Sorloth scored late.
You were at that one.
That where Barca played one of their best games of the season and lost.
Yeah.
Which was the 1-2.
And you had a Villarreal 3-5?
No. I'll have to look it up and remember. But it was 4 games, and so everybody here, Robert, everyone was saying, "Don't go to the game."
Yeah.
And then Mark Brau was yelling at me to get out of the stadium during stoppage time so that Barca could just hang on and win. But they got the job done.
That was in a vital point of last season as well, Spen. So that was right towards the end of the campaign. You're sort of talking match day 32 or so. Barca to get the job done, though. And right now, Spence, you are getting the job done here, I will say. You're flying through these. I've got, I think, a harder one coming up for question number 3, though.
Okay. Oh, the 4th one I remember. Sorry. It was the Gamper with Monaco. That was 0-3.
Okay.
But
of course,
I was working that one, but...
Of course, yeah. No, it still counts, yeah. Who scored Barca's most recent goal versus Mallorca? You mentioned we played them on match day 1, Spence. Not sure if you can remember the result in that one. Ferran, Lamine, or Rafinha? Who scored the most recent goal versus Mallorca?
No. Oh man, Lewandowski's not even an option. Because that would have been my gut.
Oh, really? Okay.
Would have been my gut. But
I'm almost upset I didn't put it on then.
Who scored? I don't remember. Because, we scored multiple goals in that game. Because were we down 1-0 in that game?
Nope.
And then came back? No.
No.
Mallorca went down to 10 men early, is what happened. There was some controversy over a red card.
Yes.
Actually, weren't they down to 9?
Murici got sent off, as did... I can't remember the other one who got sent off, Spence. But yeah, they went on.
It was like Samu, Costa, or Mascarell or something like that.
I think it was Mascarell.
All right.
A lot of Ferrans in the chat.
I'm going to say either Ferran or Lamine, so if the chat likes Ferran, then so do I. Go. Ferran.
At the final hurdle, Spence.
All right, I'll take 2 out of 3.
Okay. You know what Ferran's goal was? You remember that weird goal where there was a head injury? I think it was Rayo went down and Ferran whipped into the top corner and everyone was like, is that a goal or not?
That was the controversy. That was the moment of controversy. Yeah. There were so many controversial moments, and I remember thinking, guys, it's match day 1. Can we please just breathe and let it sit for a second? But no, polemica is the name of the game in this league.
Yeah, exactly. So that was it. That was it. Spence, let's go over the Barca team for you guys who are just tuning in. Just over 5 minutes to go until kickoff here. We'll nearly get into the game commentary now. Juan Garcia, Koundé, Koubarsi, Eric and Balde. Casado, Olmo and Fermin make up the midfield 3. And then it's Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski and Marcus Rashford up front. For Barca. Right, I do have a quick announcement to make just before we get into this one. There has been an official club communication made earlier this morning where FC Barcelona has announced that it's today formally notified the European Super League company and the clubs involved of its withdrawal from the Super League project. That has indeed been announced this morning. Spence, we are not far away from kickoff here. Let's hear your guess the score. And let's get a few of them in. In fact, those of you in the members live chat, let's hear your guess the scores for today's game.
All right, put your guess the scores in. I'm actually gonna stall for a sec. Oh well, it's already on there anyway. Never mind.
Sorry, you won't be stalling.
No, I was gonna stall just to see what other people said before it. No, but it's already on there. It's out into the world now. There's nothing we can do about it. But what surprises me is that both of you have gone for a clean sheet. I
know. Today's the day, Spence. Maybe today's the day.
Today's the day for a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, we all have different goal totals on Barca's side.
I quite like that because it's often not the case.
2-0, 3-1, 4-0. I haven't seen any guess the scores yet because we're running. There we go. We got a 4-2. Oh, gosh.
Ooh, okay.
I have a lot of energy today, folks. A 4-2 might just take it out of me. If we go 4-2, if it's one of those.
Yeah.
Exciting. I don't know if Pablo would be able to withstand that. I went 3-1. Because I think this is one of those games where Barca sort of take care of business early, but then we hold our breath for a little bit in the final 20 minutes.
Okay. You've gone 3-1. I've gone 2-0. I'm just hoping for quite a comfortable day at the office here, if I'm being honest with you. A nice solid 2-0 win. And Llorente has gone 4-0. And what I like about Llorente, Spence, is he actually passes me his scorers as well. And,
right.
And Llorente has gone 4. Listen to this. 2 from Lewandowski, 1 from Fermin, and 1 from Eric Garcia.
Is he out of his mind?
It's quite a rogue one at the end there.
I think he is kind of out of his Catalan mind.
Llorente has gone 4-0. Guys, let's see what you're saying. Robert Smith is saying 3-0 with like a little 4 squared in the corner. Charlotte's saying 2-1. Ooh, Bruna's saying, I don't know, but I don't think a clean sheet. Gloria's saying, I think we will get a clean sheet today. So there you go, everyone's back and forth.
Yeah, Bruna and I are thinking the same thing. There's a goal in there for Mallorca somewhere. I hope not. I hope Gloria's right.
Yeah, let's hope not indeed, Spence. I want to remind those of you who are YouTube Premium members, as the players are in the tunnel here, that tonight/tomorrow morning you can watch Barca Legends versus Real Madrid Leyendas. That's on FC Barcelona's YouTube channel. Don't miss it, people. 1 a.m. Central European time. Some of the Barca stars from the past back out on the pitch. And against a Clásico. Why wouldn't you tune in? Make yourself a Barca YouTube Premium member, and it is indeed yours. It's check out what time it coincides with your time zone, of course, and get yourselves involved. 2 minutes to go here, people. Barca versus Mallorca in La Liga. There's Dani Olmo in the tunnel. He scored the only goal of the game when these two sides met at Montjuic last season. Now at the Spotify Camp Nou, this should be exciting, and Barca know they've got a job to do if they want to stay clear and top of La Liga. Madrid playing away to Valencia tomorrow evening, don't they, Spence, in what should be quite a feisty game. It usually is there at Matchday, despite the fact that Valencia having an odd season themselves, but Barca know they've got to focus on themselves here. More home games we've had in recent weeks, and this is one of them. Quite a few Mallorca fans in attendance there.
It's funny we brought up the day trip that went the other way, but it makes sense because a 4:15 start, everyone can get on an airplane. It's a 45-minute flight, and you would land in Barcelona, so you're basically right there, and then the game ends at 6:15, and you can be in your bed by 10 p.m. if you want.
Off you go. Yeah. Ideal indeed. Yeah, not a bad trip whatsoever. We are just 1 minute away from kickoff here, but the players are still in the tunnel. Cottonmouth says another 3 points in the bag. Yep, let's hope so, my friend. It's tense. It certainly is tense. This one, and the players are walking out to the field. Let's go to game commentary, people. It's Barca versus Mallorca and matchday 23 of the competition. Barca looking for now put themselves 4 points clear at the top of La Liga. Real Madrid play tomorrow, but now there's a job to do for Hansi Flick's team. Mallorca struggling, they certainly are. They've not won on the road since October when they beat Sevilla. Their away form's been really poor, and they're only 2 points above the drop zone as things stand. Got a sunny Spotify Camp Nou in attendance, though, for this one, which should be quite good, Spence. The anthem rings around the ground. It's one of those lovely afternoons for football, isn't it? It's Barca versus Mallorca.
This should be a fun one. Let's see how Barca come out of the gates. I'm hoping that it's one of those where they get out quickly and maybe score a goal or two before we get to halftime. Last year, one of the biggest things that Hansi Flick always talked about was winning the game in the first half. They haven't done it as much this year. That's not to say they haven't done it at all, but it's been a little bit of the let's get it into the second half and hope that we can pull it out in 90 minutes, especially the last month. I'm thinking maybe today they just get out in front early. That's what we're hoping for.
I like it, Spence. I like it indeed. It very much has been the case in recent weeks, hasn't it, for Barça? They've had to wait until the second half to either come back in games or just get ahead, really. Just get ahead. Albacete, we did score just before the break, but Oviedo at home, I remember we struggled to get the goals in. Even that crazy Elche game, Spence, we should have scored a lot more than we should have, than we got in the end, really. And it has been a topic of discussion, hasn't it, in the press over the last few weeks, the lack of clinical finishing from Barça. Right then, here is the team that Hansi Flick has chosen. Again, it's Joan Garcia in between the sticks, now playing every competition for the club. The back four is pretty much the back four that Barça have been choosing in recent weeks. Although midfield, Marc Casador's got the nod with Frenkie de Jong rested. Or Fermin and Dani Olmo are there too. And then Marcus Rashford and Lewandowski are the pair elected to accompany Lamine Yamal this afternoon.
Bastante ofensivo. They're thinking about attack because it's normally a couple of midfielders who can play both sides of the ball. But today, with Casado being really the only guy, we're looking for Olmo and Fermin to get out and attack and be the aggressors, and hopefully they'll have three options ahead of them that they can feed in Rashford, Lewandowski, and Lamine Yamal. But you would trust this team the way they're playing right now to go out and get it from the start. And for Mallorca, the way that they're shaped up, which we're going to see in just a moment, it has a lot more to do with how much further back they're going to sit and what that formation is going to look like.
Yeah, we'll see their team in a moment. Here it is then, Spence. So Leo Roman, Barca's nemesis in this fixture last season, very much does start in goal. Pablo Maffeo, David Lopez, Valiant and Johan Mojica are across the back line. You push further forward, you've got Mascarell and Samu Costa who are going to be screening that back line. And then look at this, 3 ex-Barça players, Mateu, Torra and Virgili. Well, they're all in behind Murici. So there you go, he's the man to watch, isn't he really, Spence? Murici up front, 15 league goals this season. El Pirata, you've been telling me, there's what they've been calling him. And well, there is Jan Virgili too, who was excellent for the under-19s in Barça Athletic last season whenever I watched him. And he's got Murici to hit today. They've already linked up for a few goals this season. Very much the name on everyone's lips right now in this game, hasn't he been? And I saw a little gimmick between him being compared to Lewandowski this morning on the club's official account. And with 15 league goals, you said it, he's the league's second top scorer. It's been very good.
He's the one to watch out for, and the way that Barca's defense normally plays, his style isn't exactly suited to that. I wonder if Mallorca will actually try to get a few crosses into the box, and with the undersized Eric at center back, maybe they look for Murici to do something from there. But let's get going.
We're underway here then at the Spotify Cup now. Alejandro Valde drives Barca forward to get this one going. Barca kicking from left to right, and you guessed it, Spence, we've got the flick cam.
Flick cam!
I really enjoy that announcement from you, Viv, so well done.
Thank you.
Here's Lamine. Back now to Jules Koundé. Barca expected to have plenty of the ball as the shade begins to cover the grass out there in Barcelona. Eric Garcia, Kubarcid expect them to be right up on the halfway line for this one. Here's Valde now. Spoke about it, didn't you, Spence? Can Barca get an early start on this one as Murici immediately, look at that, brings it down, plucks it out expertly, and brings Mallorca on their way. Was Virgili offside there? I think he was. Joan Garcia cleared, although he had to clear it because Virgili was running through. Who was offside?
First offside of the game, you know what that means. Time. There it is.
He didn't, Spence.
The flick cam is actually hiding what we're doing.
It is, it's hiding out.
But that's okay. There we go. Passing of the torch. Speaking of the torch, happy Olympics to you.
Yes. Yeah.
This is our torch today.
First one of the day is then offside there for Mallorca, just inside the opening minute of the game. The opening minute of the game, of course, means people, who do you think will be the first scorer? That's the question we want to ask you. Who will score the first goal in today's game? Is it going to be Fermin, Lamine, Lewandowski, or Marcus Rashford? 4 options for you in the members live chat right now. Speaking of options, here comes Rashford. It's away by Valiant, and first piece of defending for Mallorca through. There's your options, Spence. Any initial thoughts?
I just know that Lamine is going to be the most chosen person here. I'm going to go with Rashford.
You've gone Rashford.
8% Rashford, 60% Lamine.
Wow, Rashford's got less. I've gone for Lewandowski, Spence. I've gone for Lewandowski. Can he be
maybe it comes right here on a corner.
Yeah, first one of the day already here, Mojica. I don't think he knew what was behind him, or even if he did, he tried to bring it down, I think, and couldn't quite get that. So.
Said in the pregame that Mojica can be hot or cold. That was a good start from the Barça perspective.
Very cold, wasn't he?
That was cold.
This is Lamine Yamal then over the subsequent corner. In it goes, and just steered away. In the middle of the penalty area. It's going to fall to Rashford though. It was an ambitious first touch, but he is quick. It already went out of play, I believe. Or did it?
Yeah, play on.
Yeah,
play football.
They've said to play on there, so 2.5 minutes on the clock. There is Hansi Flick. Expert run of games, hasn't it been for Barça? They've won 11 of their last 12 in all competitions now. Only lost to Real Sociedad in 9 games played in January. A magnificent month of January that included a trophy, of course, for the Catalans. They started February pretty well too, through to the Copa del Rey semi-finals, in which they'll face Atletico de Madrid over 2 legs. First leg away from home at the Metropolitano. That's on Thursday night, and then you've got to go all the way until March for the return leg, when those 2 sides will meet again. Here's Jules Koundé then. He's got Lamine Yamal in support with him. Fermin Lopez there too. Lamine, first one of those balls of the afternoon, outside of the foot towards Lewandowski. Different profile to hit up front, isn't he, Lewandowski, than Ferrani? He won't make those runs as much, but he was nearly in there. Lamine. Marc Casador. Speaking of big days, it's certainly a big day for Casador in midfield, isn't he? Very much the lone 6 in there, with Olmo pushing up left, Fermin up right. Let's see how the Catalan midfielder can cope with it, because it's a role that the Young has had to take on in recent weeks with the absence of Pedri. Now it's Casador's job. Olmo with a switch. It was a risky switch, and Koundé had to stoop his head in there. Mojica. This is Valiant. Well, that's a nice take, isn't it? Really nice take, and then he was fouled on the breakaway. It was Samuel Costa who was bursting forward as Olmo brought him down. Jaguar Arrasate, so well known for his magnificent work at Osasuna, wasn't he, Spencer? Now at Mallorca,
Yes.
very much feels like a sort of an escape relegation job at times. They've been pulled in a little bit to that, despite big wins in recent weeks.
Well, none of us were helped out by the fact that Mallorca's manager went from one guy whose initials are JA to another, because before it was Javier Aguirre.
Yes.
And then Jagoba Arrasate comes in. And I remember in the moment, because this is his 2nd year with the club, I remember when he took the job and he left Osasuna, which seemed like a really lateral move from one place where he had been for 6 years to another that was more or less the same. And I remember asking a couple of people, why would he do that? And they're like, have you seen the weather in Mallorca compared to the weather in Pamplona? That can't be the only reason, but who knows? Oh, look, the offside flag.
Oh, it's another offside for Mallorca. This time it's Jamir Gili who's been caught. Offside. Can't be the reason, Spence, but I'm hearing you. After 6 years. Balde.
I don't know, talk to me once I've been here for 6 years.
This is Cubarsí driving forward here for Barça. He's got Koundé in support. Jules Koundé back in to Cubarsí. We're hoping for a more energetic half than we got in that Oviedo game. Do you remember that, Spence? Oviedo at home. It was a Camp Nou, Spotify Camp Nou kickoff, 4:15. Not a lot happened in that first half, and Barca turned it up in the second. You'd imagine Flick would be saying to the team, don't let that happen again.
No, that's kind of what I was alluding to earlier, which is go out and win the game in the first half. And I mean, the first 5 minutes they're taking it a little bit more patiently, but they appear to be mentally ready for whatever the next pass is.
Rob007, welcome to Pack Premium. You can have the Legends game this evening, my friend. That'll be for you. And the results of the poll for the first score are in, as Lamine Yamal's trying some tricks. Well, you can guess it. He's won that poll. 60% for the 18-year-old. Koundé's cross is deflected. It will still fall here to Lewandowski. Not a bad touch out the sky, but it just got away from the pole inside the penalty area.
Almost.
There he is with the armband on today, by the way, Lewandowski, people.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
You're right. Robert Lewandowski wearing the Señera on his arm. Goodness.
What is this?
It's 2026. Anything's possible.
Yeah, you would have been crazy to say that, wouldn't you, some 5 years ago. It's a decent move, although the pass was a bit short from Rashford. That's gone out of play, though. I say it quite a lot when he starts, Rashford, Spence, and maybe oversay it, but I do feel like these are big games for him, big moments, especially with Rafinha's injury. started the season very brightly. He's a player who, when he plays, does get an awful lot of chances, I feel. He's a player who's very busy, active on the left-hand side. Did get an assist midweek. Here is Rashford. There's his cross. It's a really decent cross. And there you go. Rashford crosses, maybe a way in. Corner.
Someone brought it up in the pregame talking about these crosses being critical, and that one was very close to arriving onto Levy's foot at the corner.
Yeah, another chance for Barca to deliver. This is the same corner or position. They scored the second goal against Albacete in midweek. Again, it's going to be Marcus Rashford to deliver that ball. In it goes. Koundé is the man rising. Mallorca have dealt well with balls into the box so far. Mateo Jama was there with Lamine Yamal. In the end, it falls to Balde. Balde, that was quite obvious where it was going there, really, wasn't it? And Pablo Torre was in there and able to win. Mallorca throw in. Speaking of that, Spence, key of the game is what we've got here. What will it be, guys? Let us know in the members live chat. Is it for Barca to control that midfield? They've got 3 players in there who maybe not so used to playing with each other in a trident. Contain the pirate. That's one of the options, isn't it? Murici up front, very much the danger man for Mallorca. Or is it simply to get past Leo Romano? We've had more than enough problems, haven't we, in recent weeks of getting the ball in the back of the net, despite the sheer amount of chances we've been creating. And my goodness, we've said it a few times already. He was magnificent last season, wasn't he?
Yeah. So the answer to this question, well, you can throw whatever answer you want into the chat, is number 3. But I think what the people want to know, Pablo, and what they're clamoring for is your best pirate impersonation. I think that's what they want. Am I right, chat? Like, I think that's what the people want.
I think that's what they want. I'm waiting. If there's not a single soul who says that's what they want, I'm not doing it. But all
right, chat, you heard it.
They're just going to do it now. So.
I didn't say anything. I just said I think that's what the chat wants.
I think that's what the chat wants.
Based on our view of the chat, there's like a 25-second delay, so we have to string this out a little bit to make sure that the chat.
Good old Treasure Island, eh? You read that one, or?
Yeah.
You have? Yeah, okay, good.
It's been a while.
Peter Malaguita says control, by the way, is what they're going for the question. This is Fermin. Nice switch here to Marcus Rashford. Rashford to Alejandro Balde. Balde thought about it. Laid it off instead to Marc Casador. Casador thought about that, didn't he? Saw the deep run of Fermin. And watch out here because look at Gian Virgili go. He's mighty quick. He's beaten Koundé for now. Virgili's cross. Excellent defending from Kubarsi. Really smart. Although he's in again. Gian Virgili for Mallorca. Oh, and then Eric Garcia. 2 vital interventions from the Barca centre-backs. Gian Virgili really causing issues early on. And Barca survive.
Yikes. That was not the best defending from Barca at any one point, and a fortunate bounce ended up allowing Virgili to get onto it a second time.
Corner for Mallorca then. Delivery is going to be taken here by Pablo Torre, very much a set-piece specialist. Here he goes then. Delivered. It's a good one too. It's a nice glancing header though by Lewandowski, wasn't it, who got back in there. And I think again it was Gian Virgili who had crept round the back and was stooping on that. He thought that was his.
Yeah, having to defend. Guy that we're not as used to seeing have to do that, but he always manages to get his head into the area on corners. Defensive corners, that is.
Delivering to the box here. Samuel Costa lays it off. Murici leaves it. Pablo Torres strikes it. Early defending here for Barca to get through, isn't there, Spence? Still, here come the side dressed in white. Koundé's going to have to deal with that. He doesn't. And then it's Gian Virgili, who's everywhere right now, isn't he? The ex-Barca man. Bit of work to do early on defensively there for Barca and Mallorca, just showing their teeth a bit.
Yeah, that was the first time that they've really... Oh, hold on a second.
That's quite a nice long ball.
He's not going to get there. But that was the first time that Mallorca have decided that they want to try and go forward and do something with it. And I'll tell you, Virgili on a couple of occasions now has proven that this is somewhat of a revenge game. You know, I think it's always the case when a player goes to play at a place that maybe he thought he deserved to play at.
They have the bit between their teeth a bit, don't they?
Yeah, it's just you go out, you play every game like it's your job, but sometimes it just means a little bit more.
That was nice from Barça. I've won the ball back here, and this has been shuffled over towards Lamine Yamal, and it's not quite found.
By the way, Pablo, I'm just going to say, you have gotten off so easy because the chat decided that was the moment that they wanted to fall asleep.
I know. I feel like I maybe should just give one anyway at some point, though, because now you've asked for it. I feel a bit bad almost because I just wasn't expecting no one to say anything.
No, well, maybe nobody wants it.
No,
maybe don't give it to
I know.
me.
That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
It's fine.
They all said no, please no. They just assumed. Samuel Costa here has gone it back to Leo Romani, who's been able to hack that upfield.
We were talking about the game. We've mentioned it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Leo Roman game. I wanted to pull up the stats from that game because it's pretty ridiculous. Match day 23. It was a 1-0 victory. It was an Olmo goal.
Did I see it?
13 shots on target. 40 shots.
Wow.
For Barça. 4-0.
Talk about not being clinical. That was certainly a day for that, wasn't it? But yeah, the 13 on target. I mean, Leo Roman was magnificent. He really was.
Lamine himself took 10 shots in the game, 4 of which hit the target.
Did Lamine start?
Yes.
Okay. There's something then. That's a good switch, by the way, to Rashford, who's found Lamine. His cross to the back post had Lewandowski bearing down on it, but Samuel Costa was able to steer it through. That's good from Kovacic. Olmo over to Rashford. Ominous this maybe for Mallorca. Oh, no. Pablo Torre in there quickly. This has been quite an aggressive, feisty game, Spence. There are challenges flying in. I think Mallorca, the side who brought that to the table, to be fair, they've been quite aggressive, and Barça are now having to follow suit.
Hombre, Jaume, Pablo Torre, Jan Virgili. You could even throw a couple of other guys in there who have been in and around this area. I would take Maffeo and Mojica in as examples, who used to play in Catalonia.
Yeah.
Means just a little bit more today. That's why I said this is a tough matchup. Just because Mallorca are towards the bottom of the table doesn't make this easy.
No, Mallorca, well, they really stood firm last season against Barça here. They're slowly starting to make this a problem also. And in match day 1, that's not really a good game to go off, is it, Spence? Because we had a bizarre goal that stood. We had the 2 Mallorca players sent off in the first half, by the way, guys. It's not a good judge of how Mallorca are doing. It certainly isn't. And I mean, I've said they have had some big wins in recent weeks, albeit they've been home games. Balde with a deep cross there was always pretty ambitious. And it's going to trickle behind for a goal kick.
The red cards came 6 minutes apart.
Yeah.
It was Manu Morlanes.
Morlanes, yeah.
Because he picked up his second yellow.
And I will say this, Spence, for me, they were both red cards.
9 minutes after he picked up the first yellow, and then Murici, he just got caught. That happens sometimes. So look out.
That's a super ball because Pablo Torre had run from deep. They're very difficult to pluck out the sky, though, those, aren't they? And in the end, Barça, if they don't make a mess of it, are going to be able to get away here. Koundé's had a bit of a sleepy start, maybe, just getting his bearings right. And in the end, he got enough on that back to Joan Garcia. Been a bit testing the opening 16 minutes here. They're not been plain sailing for Barça, that's for sure. They were just having to try and ease themselves into this game. This is valiant. Mallorca, are feeling quite good about themselves right now, Spence. They've managed to calm a bit of the early pressure and are now causing issues. Again, they're in here with Jan Virgili. Watch out. Talk about some bright players they've got in attack. My goodness me, he's in. And look at the space back post, and he finds it! Oh, and he did, didn't he? Murici was in, and he usually scores from there. He was on the stretch and just past the far post, Spence.
He might have been offside. It was really, really close. But I thought Virgili, in this moment here, hung on to the ball too long. He stayed onside, and then, that would have been a goal. That would have been a good goal. And that is a break and a half for Barça because you peg Murici to score from a spot like that. They got to be careful, Barça, because when Mallorca go forward, they've got the intent and the ability right now.
They really do. I'll tell you what. Gianbirgili, I keep mentioning him. Spencer, I did a lot of under-19 games last season in the Youth League, and he was brilliant for Giuliano Belletti's team at the time. And then Barça Athletic, he got a bit of a spell for them towards the end of last season. He looks really good already so far today, I must say. Very exciting young winger. Watch out for him, people. Olmo's going to strike this, though, and it's not a great strike. Did it take a touch?
It
so. Did.
Yeah.
And him with Murici up front, it is quite a dangerous proposition, isn't it, really? And I think there you can't quite criticise the striker. He's on the stretches, and the ball needs a bit less on it, I think, from Gianbirgili, you would say. But my goodness me, Barca can consider themselves lucky there not to have gone behind. Lamine's over the corner then for Barca down the other end. And it goes all the way to the back post. It's not a great one, I must say, yeah. Almost felt like it was already behind by the time it reached the head of Eric Garcia. There it is, Spence. There's a chance.
Yeah, it was a good idea by Virgili. He probably had a chance to take on the shot himself, but he decided to be unselfish, which was the move when the guy that you're passing it to has 15 goals in LaLiga this year.
Lots of whistles early on here for the time. Mallorca taking over goal kicks. They keep putting the centre-backs back there to just drop it off to Leo Roman and then give him a better chance to kick it long. Just going to go up for a Mallorca throw-in. Testing so far for Hansi Flick. This one, no mistake about that. Didn't expect it to be plain sailing. Few games often are in La Liga. This will be a very different game to the one that Barca played last weekend, though, of course, against Elche.
What was that?
Kubarasi's just got a whack from the referee there. He ran into the back of him.
Was it from the referee? I just saw Kubarasi on the ground and he's laughing, so I'd like a replay, please.
Here you go, Spence. Look at this. Oop. Flick wasn't too happy about it.
I don't think I've ever... I mean, I've seen the referee, obviously, getting involved by accident before, but off the ball, stopping play because a defender who was nowhere near the ball ran into him, that's a new one.
Just charged into him, yeah, it is a good one, yeah. How are the match stats looking right now, people? There you go, let's get those in the chat, in the stream, I should say. Barca with lots of the ball, only one shot we've had so far, off target. Mallorca, with the little possession they've had, are certainly making the better chances, aren't they, Spence, in the opening 20 minutes?
Without a doubt.
Rashford. Too ambitious on the switch.
I think someone needs a little pick-me-up right now.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a...
it's a little injection.
Yeah, there is Aitana Bonmatí in attendance. Mojica's throw-in. Flick on. It's gone back to Eric Garcia. Now Joan Garcia. Eric.
Let's pay it off while we're on the flick cam.
Cazador. Gets it back from Marcus Rashford. Now Alejandro Valde looking for that run from the Englishman in behind. It's not been fouled. Fouled, I should say. There's Perita Manolita with a little Aitana emoji. Love to see it. This is Kubarasi. Lewandowski. Fermin. Oh, nice take from Fermin. Although he couldn't quite shuffle it back through to the pole. Murici. Now Mateo Jaume. Pablo Torre. Excellent play again from Mallorca. Really smooth, really slick. Gianbirgili is causing issues here. Gianbirgili! Low down, but easy in the end for Joan Garcia. It was a trickling effort more than anything. Not quite enough power on it from the young winger. Really in tight, Spence, but he's causing issues.
He's causing all kinds of problems, and he's putting Koundé in a spin cycle right now. It seems like Virgili knows everywhere that he wants to go, and Koundé is just kind of half a step behind.
There is a...
I don't think Barca... Sorry, I don't think...
No, go on.
I don't think Barca expected to have to defend as much as they have for the first quarter of this game, because the possession numbers don't really tell the story.
No, they definitely don't at all. They definitely do not. It's Mallorca who are causing a lot of the problems early on here, especially Gianbirgili when he gets forward. My God, is he quick. That's the ball in behind. It's easily cleared, though. Spence, I think we need a bit of a pick-me-up. I'm going to welcome a few new members and see if that summons a goal for us.
Does it protect your heart? Is it your treasure?
It's a bit more central. I'll tell you what, Spence. Here comes Olmo first. Cazador. Lamine. Still Lamine. And maybe Rashford's in, but Leoraman is there. Right, new members. We've got a few of you. Brian Navarro is there. Samuel XL7ZC is in. Guillermo Guzman, welcome to the family. Anastasia Marin. Tony Bartholomew is in. Mike Jimenez. Abu Kusai. Jorge 44166. I'll do a few more, Spence. Frank Valdez 634. Alexis Francis 4744. Jordi TV's in there too. Welcome, guys, and welcome back if you're just renewing your membership. It's been a tricky opening 23 minutes here, and here comes Mojica. Fermin is in the way. It's another Mallorca corner. We're trying to summon some positivity here, but it's all Mallorca right now in terms of the danger they're bringing going forward. There is quite a lot of work to do for Barça here, Spence.
Ooh. Did you see something?
I saw a handball.
Did you? But actually?
It's not going to be given, is it?
I don't think so. Normally I'm super locked in to when you're reading names, but like the first or second name, you lost me when you said Z.
Okay.
Because
Oh, Z.
we say Z.
Oh, okay. Oh dear, that's caused a bit of issues in the penalty area. Pablo Torre crosses again. Rashford clears.
Z is dead, baby.
Oh, watch out here, Spence. Here come Barca marauding forward.
Rashford.
Counter-attack here from a corner. Oh, how good is that? Brilliant piece of defending to deny Barca going forward. Rashford was in, you said it. Lamine tried to find him. And now Mojica. Or wasn't Mojica, it was Maffeo who comes sliding in. That was maybe just a chance of Barca to break away. Was it Mascarell who got in there? Either way, it was excellent defending.
La 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 la.
Fermin. Now Balde in space. Balde lays it off wide here to Marcus Rashford.
This is the part where I think Barca are really struggling right now. And this is we say, well, they've always got possession numbers, but just before getting to this little final third or trying to work their way into the box, this is at the beginning of this game, I'm saying Dani Olmo and Fermin, they have to find ways to be creators, because right now Mallorca have 8 or 9 guys in front of the ball at all times, and that's just too many people for the other Barca attackers to push through.
Olmo. I'd have to agree, Spence. Barca are going to need a little something new. It's been a little bit too flat so far this afternoon. There's no mistake. You can make no mistake about that. Fermin Olmo, someone needs a little bit of something. Just cause a bit of panic in that Mallorca back line, because when Barca have got it here, they're very comfortable. They really are, Mallorca.
Yeah. Well, both teams are comfortable, because Barca at this point, when they're knocking it around like this, even though it looks complex, they're comfortable with the ball. They can knock these passes together. But then it's the breakdown pass.
This is nice from Rashford. He gets an opening here. Marcus Rashford! Oh, he very nearly found the far corner. That would have been a super goal, wouldn't it, from the Englishman? That's a bit more like it, Spence. A bit of something different. And he nearly found the far corner there, Rashford. Wow.
It got us excited on the flick cam. Boy, Rashford just needed a little bit. Oh, my goodness. He just needed a little bit more enrosque. Just a tiny bit more curl. And that's in the back of the net.
Yeah.
But that's why we like Marcus in that spot, because that's something that Rafinha doesn't do because he's left-footed.
Yeah. And
when Rashford cuts on to his right, it's similar to Lamine doing it from the other side.
The dip he got on that shot as well, Spence. It went like down at the last minute. It was
the fizz.
Yeah, it was lovely. This is Lamine Yamal who's won the ball off Mojica here. I always find these two have quite a good battle. Did he foul him?
No.
I mean, certainly feels as though he was fouled. Pablo Torre has the ball, though. Now Samuel Costa, Cubarsí, I think, fouled his man. I think Mallorca wanted to play on, though. Referee has paused the game. I wonder whether it's just because Lamine Yamal is still down. Didn't look like anything untoward to me. I mean, Cubarsí he's impeded Samuel Costa on that one. Here, though.
Do you know Pablo, who finally made it to watch the game?
Chicken Pro 76.
It's the Chicken Pro! Chicken Pro's here, baby! No chicken amateurs tonight!
That is probably the best news of the day we've had so far.
I'm just telling you.
Mojica's delivery. It's a good delivery. And it's important defending from Eddie Garcia. Oh, what a marvellous cross that is. Well, what a lovely outside of the football in behind that is. And Pablo Torre couldn't get on the end of it.
So right now, Hansi's team is doing what they've been instructed to do. And that's why it looks fairly comfortable when they're in possession. But Yagoba Arrasate's team is executing his wishes to perfection, because right now the clear objective for them is that when they have the ball in their final third, send a couple of gunners into the box.
Yeah.
And those gunners need to seek out the open gaps between the back line and take your chances, send a pass through there, and right now they're doing that. They're breaking through.
Lamine's trying everything he can to shuffle away through this Mallorca back line. Now Marcus Rashford off the left-hand side. Bit of a yard of space for him again. Rashford, he can certainly strike them. Lewandowski must score,
yes,
and does score. And just like that, Barça do take the lead. Well, all of the pressure's come from Mallorca, hasn't it? But when he gets a yard of space in the box, he very rarely misses. Barca 1, Mallorca 0. It had to be Robert Lewandowski.
It did have to be him, didn't it? This is why football can be so unfair. Because assuming this goal stands, which it's not going to, then...
No, but when it comes back off Olmo there, he's on, surely.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry, maybe I spoke prematurely.
Yes.
Because I thought that was coming directly off of the rebound, but it does come back off of Olmo. And Olmo's in an onside position, and so is Lewandowski. So we're okay. This is going to stand. It's a goal. But this is why football is unfair, Pablo, because Mallorca have, for all intents and purposes, been dominating this game from an attacking standpoint, even though Barça have had the possession.
Yep.
One little fortunate bounce of the ball that went straight to Lewandowski off of Olmo's foot from a clearance, and Barca have the lead.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate, I would say, for Mallorca. It's Barca's first shot on target, by the way. I'll give credit to Marcus Rashford, because him coming off that left-hand side has been really what's caused problems for Mallorca. Him firing shots away from that sort of range has been vital. It really has, and they can't quite deal with it right now. And when it pinballs around the box, it was more than unfortunate. You do have to give credit to Lewandowski. His feet were really tidy once he's in that area. Little drag back and then just rolls it into the corner. He's got 10 league goals now. He's up to 13 in all competitions. He keeps on scoring for Barça. And with 30 minutes played, Spence, we couldn't really ask for much more there.
And you know, hold on.
Pablo Torre's in here, and it's an excellent point. Spence will get to that in a moment, because here comes Lamine now the other end. Here come Barca themselves. Maybe a sucker punch, quick fire second. No, not to be, because Leuderman's going to gather that one up.
You know what time it is, right? Oh, hold on. First, we're going to have Hansi's reaction. Please, by all means.
Hansi Flick's reaction here to the goal. Here it is.
Yay!
Yeah, a bit of... Look at the fans celebrating behind him at Flick there. The little punch in the air. Spence, it's Lewandowski who scored, which means...
I think that means he probably did something, right?
We pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski, El Marcaria dentro un bosque. Bosque, dale el balón que lo enrosque. Rosque, we pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski.
Robert Lewandowski's got Barca off the mark here against Mallorca. And right now, that is the difference between the two sides. Unfortunate, really, for the away team, you'd say, with how things have been going. But Barca won't care. Marcus Rashford tries to get on the end of that one. He, at least, Spence, has been the one who was firing shots away, causing a few slightly different problems for Mallorca to have to deal with. And we saw that from the goal.
Yeah. This is... Now the game is a lot less tense because of how Barca had been playing in the first half of an hour. It's just, football's so weird, man. It's such a weird sport. It really is. Like, Well, we're not out of the woods yet.
Goodness
this is a
me.
problem.
Mallorca are in here. Marcel Jaumal.
There you go, Koundé.
Vital from Jules Koundé. Really
Yes.
was there because they're in. Mallorca once more. They've caused big issues running in behind. Setup's been excellent, hasn't it, from Iago Barasati? You would give Mallorca credit for that. They really are making problems here. Cobarsi was ever so assertive. There's been some important last-ditch defending from Barça because there's a few bad giveaways here.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to work out some of these little mini dents that they've had to get through. But, well, I guess winning ugly is one way to win. So far, that's what it looks like tonight.
Rashford now. Olmo in the pocket of space. This is Casado. Back here too, Marcus Rashford. Not a great ball up to Lewandowski, who in a game with very little chances has managed to take the one that fell to him. And Barca from this point onwards will just try and assert themselves over this game. Not often we see that, Spence, to be fair, for Barca. I like to think we're not a team who don't play as well as we should, maybe, don't get a lot of chances and score the only one we get. We often get an we often get an awful lot and somehow don't score more.
That's just kind of the DNA of Barca. Like, when you decide to play this style, then that's what it usually ends up happening. That's just what ends up happening.
Yeah.
Whereas if you took the style of other teams who like to go, on the counterattack or whatever, they're the ones who typically tend to make it look like they've gotten luckier.
Yeah. Koundé. Here comes Lamine Yamal. He's seen a gap. He tried to go for it. In the end, it's Mallorca who get it clear away. Casalo is really fighting in midfield there. That's quite a nice inclusion because I didn't realise the game was going to be so scrappy. And you can see the way players are already fighting for the ball in there. Casalo's been quite a welcome involvement in the side. This is Koundé's intervention earlier. What a vital one it was. And he actually gets a bit of fortune in the way it then pops off his knee. And that goes back in towards Juan Garcia's path.
Yeah, and ironically, if this was Mallorca live, we might be saying, how many times have they had chances to score and get in behind and actually put a shot on target, and they haven't taken a lot of those chances, and obviously now they find themselves trailing. That came back to bite them.
Yeah. Looked offside to me, that, Spence, but we'll play this through because Samuel Costa's in again. It's Koundé who was over there, flags up. He will play on. Juan Garcia now dishes it wide to Balde. Yeah, I think we would say that. I think Mallorca would be feeling pretty hard done by with how things are going. Balde. Marcus Rashford. Ominous this for Mallorca. Rashford, pass one. Pullback was pretty good too, I must say.
Good idea.
And a really important intervention. He's been good today though, Rashford. He has. He's been sharp and he's causing problems.
Good idea. Balde knew he was in an offside position. Rashford kept going. Another corner coming.
And again, it will be Rashford who is over it for the Blaugrana. Eric lurking in the middle. Maybe Mallorca would back themselves to deal with these sorts of situations. It's no, dear goodness me. Just about flicked away. I'll tell you, that found Cobarsi who got the last touch, yeah.
Did he?
It was Samuel Costa who inadvertently flicked that into a brilliant area. Did look like he got the last touch, though.
We're going to get a better look at this. Flick on. No,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah.
He did.
Mallorca are appealing for a push there on Mascarelli. Couldn't quite jump over the ball, though, Cobarsi anyway, to nod it down. Under 10 minutes to go then until the interval now. A tricky half for Barca to get through, really, but they are right now in the lead. Lamine. Nice, back into Marc Casado. Here come the Barca cavalry once more. Then Casado's switch is pretty nice, I will say that much. It's Marcus Rashford. Overlap options on. Rashford's going to go for goal again. And the block there from Rayo, and immediately, and rightly so, the medical staff is going to be brought onto things here.
That's the second time that David Lopez has taken a shot just like that. I mean, if he's not concussed at this moment in time, no. No.
Well, I just thought, Spence, he was about to get to his feet there, but no, he has now stayed down. And when those rockets come in from Rashford, you'll do well to get yourselves out of the way of them, won't you? But credit to David Lopez, who stood tall there and headed that one away.
I mean, he's done that a couple of times.
This was the goal, Spence.
Yeah, that one too was off of David Lopez's head. Like, he's the one absorbing all of this, and that's where we're saying, you know, ultimately when you see the goal on Barça Live, or if you're watching the goal in a replay, you can see that it just takes one nice, fun little deflection, and it all goes Barca's way.
Yeah. Just fell there to Barca on that occasion. It fell to the right man, you would say, didn't it? You know, Robert Lewandowski inside the penalty area. David Lopez there just getting some attention.
Yeah, and this is one of those where he might have to be cleared to get back on the pitch too. I would be really surprised if the referee just came over and said, "You're good to go." This is, for me, and whether this is a Mallorca player, a Barça player, a Real Madrid player, doesn't matter. The safety of the player is the most important thing. You want to make sure that he is not fully concussed and then able to come back out on the pitch right now. The referee's going to go over and check. And this is... okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Because the referee went over. There's no third-party doctor. Call me, you know, whatever woke you want to call me. But, dude, I don't think he's okay. He was just stumbling on his way down. So what? He's gonna give his thumbs up and be like, "Yeah, I'm good to go." I mean,
yeah, I mean, you would hope the doctors are very careful about these things, though, nowadays. No?
This is where, like in the MLS, they have this. You need a concussion substitution, which allows the player to come back on, but takes him out without the team having to suffer and go down to 10 men for an extended period of time.
Yeah, it's in the Premier League too. Here's Fermin Lopez. Jules Koundé. Good defending again from him. And Mallorca able to bring things clear with Pablo Torres, Samu Costa now. There's Gian Virgili. Look at Murici, he's in. He's not been found for now, so Gian Virgili is tackled by Eric Garcia. Spent so long to go until half-time. What are we thinking? Is there another goal in this one? Let us know in the members live chat. What's that 1-1 doing there?
What?
I thought we had to give a bit of respect to Mallorca for how well they've been coming forward.
All right. Anybody that wants Mallorca to answer live. Number 2, do so at your own risk or go over to Mallorca Live, you know? Goodness.
Looking at you, Adam. nearly came
Let's
off
go.
for Rashford. Oh, dearie me. He's actually been hurt there. Has he been hurt by the ball there?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Marcus Rashford is down in a lot of pain here. I'm not quite sure what happened here, Spence. This looked...
Let's hope that this was a knee knock.
Yeah. Well, Rashford's down in a heap of pain. He's holding his left knee. I didn't quite see what happened there in live time, Spence. I thought the ball came off him here.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay. So the ball did come off of him. It came off of... If this is his foot,
yeah,
and this is where the leg is, it came off of this part, so it basically almost sprained his ankle in midair with the force of the ball, and that probably turned his ankle and leg into a direction that isn't all that great. And the good news is that wasn't non-contact, because that's the worst. Because then we're talking about ACLs and things like that.
Yeah.
And when he went down there, I couldn't tell if there was contact or not, so I was worried for a second. He's walking it off. This one might end up being a stinger, and it might hurt tomorrow. It will hurt tomorrow.
Yeah.
We don't want to speculate ever, but fortunately, I think we avoided something serious. I'm hoping.
I think he's going to be okay there, Marcus Rashford, actually, you know.
Yeah, that's a break, because for a second, it really looked the way he was holding his knee.
And you're right, it was one of those, when you know there was not, because we could see immediately there wasn't another player involved, and you're thinking, oh dear.
Exactly.
And it's an odd one to get an injury by the ball is quite an odd one, obviously. So I was thinking it can't be that, you know. But I think it genuinely was that. It hits off his left boot weirdly, doesn't it? And caused him some discomfort, but he's okay. Marcus Rashford, in fact, he's back on the ball here. And no worry there for Barça in the end, thankfully not.
It was one of those where it hits you in a spot that you're not ready for it, and it just reverberates up your whole leg.
Fermin. Lamine. Casador, good turn from him, good decision. Balde, oh, even better take. Marcus Rashford now. Rashford is getting on a take on his man. Rashford, in the end, it just pops up into the gloves of Leo Roman. So far, Barca still able to get just the one shot on target, and they ended up in the back of the net. We'd probably like to test Leo Roman a bit more, wouldn't we, Spence?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, talk about a difference between the last time these two teams played here.
Yeah.
40 shots in the game, and right now Barca have 6.
Yeah.
It's a much, much different looking game tonight, but...
And even though 6 feels almost generous, isn't it? That's not great from Casador, who's been bumped off the ball there. Morici's in. His giveaway is poor, though, and Koundé can bring Barca clear with Lamine Yamal now.
Oh!
Lovely skill from Lamine. Yeah, he's just going to lose control of the ball, though.
Yeah, Mojica's a tough one to get past because he's still got speed. And obviously, you're faster without the ball defending than Lamine is with it. So, but I think if you get to halftime with this scoreline, and we got a little distracted asking the question.
Yeah.
1-0, 1-1, 2-0. But I think if you go in with this scoreline, you can hold your head pretty high and know that some of those second half adjustments are going to come through.
Yeah. Yeah, Barca in the second half usually kick on, don't they, Spence? And I think that's what we'll be hoping for today, actually, because even with us 1-0 up, I can't imagine Flick will be too pleased, though he might well be a bit more pleased if Barca make it 2. But he's that sort of coach, isn't he, Spence Flick, who I just think, you know, he's not going to say, yeah, you know, you're doing well. He's going to ask for more from his players, despite the fact that this is a 1-0 lead right now for the Blaugrana.
Yeah, and there's more that he can ask of them. Of course, the second one before halftime would be a gift.
Olmo. Marcus Rashford. Onto his left foot. Rashford! He went high in the end, looking for that near top corner. Didn't find it. Behind for a goal kick. It's a tight angle.
I like the way he looks, though, after that little stinger that he just suffered.
Playing some good stuff today, Rashford. Best I've seen him in quite a few weeks, I'd say, Spence. I must be honest.
Yeah, you're going to ask me later who the best player in the first half was, and I don't know, I might have an answer for you. You know?
Quite a hard one to pick some other options too, I'd say, maybe, you know. It's been a half, maybe not many have stood out in Barca red and blue, but I keep saying it, they've got the lead. Right now they are 4 points clear at the top of the table. A long way to go in this one. Mallorca have been very good themselves, providing a lot of pressure. We've played 45 minutes then. Let's see how much added time there's going to be. 3 minutes at the end of the first half. With all of the injuries and whatnot included.
Oh, hell come.
Let's call that a seat towards Lewandowski.
3 minuts de temps afegit.
Casador. Now Balde.
Falta. Harvey.
Surely was fouled there. Referee, I'm not sure was going to give that.
No, it wasn't.
Unmoved. Kubarsi now, driving forward. Nicely left by Koundé because it's going to find Lamine Yamal. Standing up Virgili. Fermin Lopez. Eric. Alejandro Valde. Now Marcus Rashford. Patient end to the half for Barca.
Yeah, that's fine.
They were just tapping this one around now, waiting for the gap rather than forcing it. Fermin. Oh, lovely skill from him. Might well fall to Olmo. It's not going to. And it's going to be a Barca free kick right on the edge of the box in quite a healthy position this for Rashford, you'd say.
This could be a spot where if I'm David Lopez, I don't want my head anywhere near this.
Not often we see those given to Lewandowski, you know. Mascarell follows through on him, doesn't he? there.
Yeah, it's a little clattering. It's just clumsy. There's nothing malicious in it, but I'm telling you right now, this is as good of a shooting position for Marcus Rashford. Really? This is where he scores his goals from.
This is where he likes it, Spence. Of course, Rashford scored a free kick against Copenhagen not long ago at the Spotify Camp Nou. That was at the other end, you were saying.
I don't think he could place it down in a more preferred position.
It's his range, you would say that. It certainly is. It's his sort of spot. Leo Roman here might well be called into action. Rashford on target, please. Barca are furious with the with where the Mallorca wall is, though. They're saying that's way too close to the ball.
Looks fine to me.
So then Rashford has put this down. Well, Barca can't believe it. Rashford lets off a little bit of a laugh, doesn't he?
Let's see. Give it a go. Give it a hit.
Rashford strikes though. Rashford! Oh! Brilliant save by Leo Roman, and it should have been 2-0 to the back post. Lamine Yamal was in. He was found by Koundé. And Barca remain with just the lead by 1 goal.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Leo Roman. You son of a gun.
Well, it was a good first save from, wasn't it there? Strong wrist. That was headed into the top corner.
That was top bins, baby.
Very, very impressive save. And in the end, on the rebound, Lamine was in. Spence, he was in. Couldn't get on the end of it.
That's 3 massive chances to score before halftime. But you know what? 1-0 wasn't deserved until it was, so take the scoreline as it comes.
There you go then, people. Half-time here at the Spotify Camp Nou. Barca 1, Mallorca 0. Lewandowski's goal. The difference between the two sides. Not been plain sailing for Barca. Mallorca have had chances. They look lively, certainly so. So work to do in the second half, Hansi Flick's team. At half-time, it's Barca 1, Mallorca 0. There you go then, people. Half-time, Barca 1, Mallorca 0. Took to life a little bit at the end of the second half, didn't it? With the first half, I should say, Spence, with those goals, with the goal from Lewandowski, and then also that attempt from Marcus Rashford. But still, there's still work to do, I'd say, in the second half, isn't there?
Yeah, that free kick is going to live in our memories for a while because it was just the stars had lined up brilliantly. It was the spot for him. He hit it with vigor. It was in the right spot. But hey, sometimes it doesn't go in. But sometimes the ball falls to you kindly, and that's why Barca have a lead. So let's take that lead and move with it into the second half.
For Hansi Flick at half-time then, Spence, is he content? Is he asking for more from his players? It's not been vintage. It's not been amazing so far from Barca. Despite the fact we're up to 10 shots now, almost feels generous, that figure, doesn't it?
Yeah, considering we were just at 6 like a moment ago. I guess because in that last action there were 3 shots at once, and one of them hit the target. This is a game, though, that Hansi will ask more of his team in the second half, but I don't think he's going to lay into them to say, you did everything wrong in that first half. He'll point out a couple of moments, especially defensively, where he thinks Barca might be more vulnerable. But halftime adjustments will come. He'll probably throw a couple of different wrinkles into the midfield and try to allow a little bit more creativity in the second half. And we'll see if any substitutes help make that happen too. But this is a game that's still open for Mallorca, so Hansi's going to have to be careful.
Rashford is our best free kick taker, says Elimir Days. Yeah, I mean, he's certainly the man who's over them right now, and you'd say rightly so. He's causing big issues from set pieces. Maybe been Barca's best player in the first half. More on that in a moment. The goal, Spence, came from Lewandowski. It came at the perfect moment, really, for Barca, in a moment that we weren't looking great at. Mallorca just had chances themselves down the other end, and it came at, I'd say, quite an important moment in that half. A bit scrappy, a bit fortunate maybe for Mallorca, certainly unfortunate, but he was there in the right place at the right time. Again, was the Polish striker.
That's the way that it goes, right? Especially the guys who know what they're doing as number 9s. And I thought that Vedat Murici, for the most part, was in the right place at the right time too. Both strikers know how to be target men, but Levy just got the fortunate bounce, and that's what counts. And he wasn't even the best player on the pitch for Barca in that first half, but that's okay. That there was enough going right for Barca that they could have managed to absorb maybe 1 or 2 problems that caused them something on the score line to go against them. But it's fine. 1-0 is... You would take that. I think Hansi would take that at this point.
Yeah, you'd have to say it's not been an easy first half of Barca, so they'll take what they can get right now. Today, the important thing, getting the 3 points. So then, at halftime, people, it's Barca 1, Mallorca 0. Lewandowski, the difference between the two sides with his goal, quick feet into the penalty area, and a slick finish indeed. Right, enjoy the halftime quiz. We prepared one for you today. A bit on Barça Mallorca, a bit on Fermin Lopez. He renewed his contract until 2031 yesterday in an official act here on FC Barcelona's YouTube channel, which we showed you. All of that and more coming up in the halftime quiz. Enjoy it, people. Don't go anywhere. We've got the second half coming up here. See you soon. Hello, welcome back here for second half action between Barça and Mallorca. We've got a second half coming up here, Spence. I'm getting water passed back to me. Thanks to the
Important, stay hydrated.
thanks to the production team, people. Spence, not the most unbelievable first half from Barça, is it? They've struggled a bit going forward, still looking for that maybe the spark in the final third, but we've got the goal.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those halves where I really don't know how many different ways we can break this down to say that we're fine. To say that we played a half that probably deserved in the end something close to 1-0, but you can't score half a goal, so you either scored or you didn't, and Barca did find a way to score. So now they've got the next 45, and fortunately I think Barca have been a much better second half team this year than they have been in the first half. And the other piece of good news, Pablo, is that all three of us, you, me, and Llorens, are all still alive for our Guess the Score. You have 2-0, he has 4-0, I have 3-1.
Everyone's still in the game. And I'd actually say, Spence, I think I'm guessing everyone who put a prediction in today is also still in the game, because I doubt anyone said we wouldn't score.
And true.
So
True.
That's another bit good.
That's true. Anybody that predicted 0-0 is out.
You're out, yeah.
But everybody else, you should have a go.
Spence, this is maybe a tricky question after what wasn't an unbelievable first half. But best player in that first 45 minutes. Guys in the members live chat, let us know too, by the way. For me, it's quite obvious, I think, who I'm going to go for. I think you maybe feel the same way.
Yeah. I do think we're missing Pedri. I think whoever just said it in the Magic OYT, we need Gavi and Pedri back. We need Pedri back because we're missing something in the midfield. But without Rashford in this game, I don't know where Barca are, because the goal itself came from his setup, his shot. The little flurry right before halftime was also thanks to his brilliant free kick. And you can't put that any more in the corner than he did. It just got saved. But I think it's pretty clear. Even though Lewandowski scored the goal, I think Rashford was the best player in that half.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Spence. I think Rashford, he sort of came to life, didn't he, past the 20-minute mark or so, and really started to get Barca going, cutting in off of that the left-hand side. He just started firing shots away, which unfortunately for David Lopez, he's had to get in the way of an awful lot of them. Pedro Malaita agrees, saying 3 Rashford amazing, and I'd have to agree. He's going to go for it. Mac Lumvis, we haven't heard much of you today, saying we always chill first half, then we go in the second half. 3 goals coming in the second. Let's hope so. Bruno saying I miss Pedri so much. We all do. But Barca are getting through this period right now without him, and we've got a big half coming up, because it's not as if Mallorca haven't posed a threat themselves going down the other end. So there's still work for Barca to do in that regard coming up here.
Yeah, and I also find it strange, especially all the photos that you're seeing right now, except for that one, the empty stands behind the players.
Yeah,
is going to be. I think it's going to be something that has a very distinct little range of time in 2026, where once they ultimately, let everybody back in, it'll be sort of back to normal. But right now we're sort of in that phase of a signature section, especially these overhead shots that we get of the stadium.
Yeah.
Because now Barca are attacking that goal, and I don't know. I really don't know. What do you think? Is that a good thing or a bad thing that they're attacking an empty goal?
Have I spoken to you about this? Did we speak about this, I think, Spence, on a live recently? Okay.
No.
The fact that we choose, because when we were playing at Spotify Camp Nou, in recent years at least, Barca always attacked that goal in the second half.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're just used to then doing it, but I would always think, whilst they're not there, attack that way second half, no? That's sort of like the classic thing.
You mean go towards where people are?
Correct, yeah. Yeah, in the second half, yeah. And we're not doing that. Like, we're going to be shooting that way in the second half now, for example, again. And we've done that every game since returning to the stadium.
Right. Second half, we're going towards the empty stand.
Correct, yeah.
I mean, I think this is one of those things you could probably make an argument on both sides of it for, and you could make a pretty convincing one depending on how passionate you were about it. But if I want to be sort of glass half full in that sense, I think it's easier to attack at home an empty stand because you can communicate better in attack. I'm serious. Whereas, but not just that. But not just that, is that on the other side, it's much louder, and so Mallorca on the counter or in build-up, they're not going to be able to communicate as well as they probably did in the first half, where, I don't know, I mean, maybe I could be making this up right now off the top of my head, and then maybe I'm just out of my mind, but I feel like there is something to that, because you're able to talk more or more clearly when there aren't tens of thousands of fans screaming right down into the funnel that is the pitch.
Yeah, okay.
Am I nuts?
I'm gonna hear that. I didn't even think of it that way. I more thought of it in a way of like when you got the fans behind the ball, the goal sucking the ball into the net, if you like, with the noise. But I like the communication factor that you've.
What do you think they have? Like telekinetic powers?
Correct.
You're going based off of the supernatural here? I'm trying to speak based on, facts and physics.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You've really. That's such an interesting way of going for it. Enemy today says we got to go and get an early goal in the second half. Yeah, you'd imagine that'll be the goal from Hansi Flick's team, who are in the tunnel right now. I don't think we're going to see any changes at half-time for either side from what we're seeing. Lewandowski is still out there with the armband on for Barça. So you'd imagine it's going to be unchanged for Hansi Flick. If it was 0-0, that probably wouldn't have been the case. But with Barça having the goal, Flick is electing to leave things to send the players back out. Then let's go back to game commentary for the second half. Let's do it, people. And so here we go, Barça players, and indeed those from Mallorca back out on the pitch here for second half action in Matchday 23 of La Liga. It's a Lewandowski goal that's separating the two sides currently. Not an easy first half for Barça by any stretch of the imagination. Murici's come close. Jambirgiri's come close. Mallorca have looked threatening on the breakaway, but Barça are growing into this one. And there you can see some fans in attendance very fond of Lewandowski. A big huddle then from the Barça players ahead of this second half. They know it's a vital one in their season. If they hold on to this lead they've got right now, they're going to go 4 points clear ahead of Real Madrid, with, of course, Madrid having one game in hand. But it is very much must win for the Blaugrana. There's Murici watching on. Lewandowski there too, up to 13 goals in all competitions. He's got plenty of ex-Barça players on show for this one. And just so that we're back underway for the second 45 minutes, Spencer Seaman.
Let's do it. And the sun is down.
Yep.
Which means it's getting a little Jan Virchili outside. Whew. What did Johan Cruyff used to say? Gallina de piel.
Ooh, I thought that might well fall here to Lamine, who's not going to get in there. Good defending. I think it was Valiente who came over there and dealt with it. I like those. I've never seen those. The little videos that go around the Spotify Camp Nou.
That's new. Well, it's the same.
Look at them.
It's
no.
It's the same advertising boards that, they've gone double stacked now. But yeah, the videos are something new. You know what we should try to have them do?
Go on.
Put Barça live.
Yeah,
on the video screen while the game is going on. Huh?
It's thinking, not just a pretty face.
And also throughout the entire stadium, the sound just reverberates of your voice. Jesus. While Marcus Rashford looks for a cross.
Yeah. That might cause some issues. Was that a foul from Kubarasi? It's aggressive on Murici. They've given it as a free kick. How many of you watching us on currently, people? Just over 2,100. Let's get some more people. Call your friends. Get them into the Barça Live show here. Come on, people.
Pablo, I thought you were a part of the newest generation. Nobody calls anybody anymore. Don't you
have to WhatsApp them.
You either DM them or you WhatsApp them or you shout across the street.
Are you one of those people who doesn't like if you're called, by the way? Like, are you like, just send me a message?
I don't.
You called me the other day, actually.
I did. I did. For the most random thing ever. But I don't mind if you call me. If you,
okay.
If you call me and you pop up on my phone and I can see that it's you, it's good. But it's when it's the numbers that I don't recognize, and I'm not exaggerating. 80% of them are just people trying to scam me.
Yeah.
So I don't even pick up anymore. If you have something to say and I don't have your number, leave a message.
Lamine Yamal. More on this in a moment because here comes Barca's
Oh, that's
little
a penalty!
genius. That looked like a penalty to me.
Penalty!
Oh, dearie me. Referee waved that away very quickly. I thought it looked like a stone waller to me, Spence. We'll take a look in a moment. Cool by the sea.
Señor, por favor.
Let's play that off play.
¿Cómo que no?
Well, I mean, thought he was clearly fouled by Mojica. This will tell us, Spence. What are you thinking? He trips him, doesn't he?
I need the other angle. He doesn't get the ball. Pero, hombre, por favor. That's a penalty. Beep. Oh, God.
No penalty,
Okay,
guys.
all right, fine. You know what? Fine.
We'll
You want to play that
yeah.
game? You want to play that game? We'll play that game. Let's go. Come on. No, it's fine.
Just a bit of frustration going around the stadium right now because they've then claimed that ball went out of play.
Pero, tío. ¿Cómo que no?
Off having seen that best replay now,
That's
Spence,
a
your
penalty.
verdict, yeah, pretty.
That's a penalty,
Yeah.
is it not?
I think so.
And listen, man, we've done a lot of shows together.
Yeah.
You know how I like to stay unbiased.
I was gonna say that's why I went to you as the second voice. You know, this is, for you to make the verdict, and I agree. You're not one of those, even like despite being the Barca fan, who would go, you wouldn't say it's a penalty if it's not. You know.
That one looked pretty darn clear. But okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Here's the other part of if you want to be a fan like that, you can be whatever fan you want to be. But if you want to be like that, next play on. Let's go.
Yep.
Didn't get the call.
Oh, and look at Rashford. Go, Spence Rashford. Oh, his shot's just blocked away. Not great clearance. It's fallen to Casador.
Ooh, careful.
Who was fouled on. I think he was pushed in to that challenge, is what the referee's saying. Pablo Torre can't quite believe it. There are the Barca players warming up, people. Araujo's one of them. I see Rooney. I see Ferran. I see Bernal. And I think I see Gerard Martin, maybe. Spence is the third. Oh, yeah, I do. There you go. 5 players warming up for Barca.
Could we get another Rashford free kick?
Yep, let's hope so. That's what Barca are hoping for in this one. It's Marcus
And the
Rashford.
flick cam.
Marcus Rashford's been very good so far for the Blaugrana. Can he be the one to produce something for them once more? It's a good position for him. It certainly is. His sort of range. Leo Roman is trying to instruct that wall once more. You can imagine the Barca players are saying, Rashford, this is for you.
I think Lamine just had one extra thing to say to the official.
Well, he was shocked that wasn't given, wasn't he, Lamine Yamal? But Barca are going to have to try and forget about that. Get on with it. Here we go then, Marcus Rashford lining this one up. 5 minutes in to the second half. Rashford again, not very happy with the way the ball is creeping forward. My goodness me, they have crept forward. Rashford strikes and it's into that wall. They were so far beyond the line. Not to be that guy, Spence, but it is frustrating. I know it happens almost every week. Flick can't believe it either, by the way.
Gotta be careful. Oh,
here we go. Yeah.
I thought when Hansi took the ball that there was a chance. He's actually getting a warning here, I think, and not a yellow card, which is a break in some sense. I think Barca have to just be careful about where their head is for the next 10 or 15 minutes.
Quite a long talking to from the referee there with Hansi Flick, who I think was saying that, Spence. Look at the wall. Look at the wall.
Yeah, no, that's obvious. The thing is, and not that it matters. Not that it matters, but that ball would have gone into the wall regardless of where the wall was, because it was a lot lower.
Yeah.
The trajectory, but that doesn't take away from the fact that yes, the wall was probably a solid foot in front of where it needed to be.
I think it's on top of the fact that penalty wasn't given. That,
Right.
I think Barca are now feeling quite aggrieved, aren't they, with any little decision that doesn't go their way, and that can happen when one of the big ones can't it? And I think that's what we're seeing. But you were saying there, Spence, Barca have just got to keep their heads now, not give it away there. Look at Jan Virgili go. Pullback's good. Casador again who by my book's been pretty good so far this afternoon, wins that back.
I was just laughing because Casado got fouled in the penalty area. It was just the wrong penalty area.
Balde. Fermin. First time ball is to Marcus Rashford, who's got the pace to get on the end of it.
Whip it in there. No, nobody's there.
Fermin Lopez, yeah, thought about it. Lewandowski was maybe the only one in Barca red and blue waiting. Now Casado. Dropped off here to Kouarsi. Koundé. Marcus Rashford. Casado. Rashford. Nice throw on the back here to Alejandro Balde. Good cross to Marc Casado. Oh, it's off the crossbar. And it came off Lewandowski too, by the way. Was that going in without the pole's touch? Well, we'll never know.
Oh, my Lanta. Got to keep it up. Got to keep it up.
Corner for Barça. We'll take a good look at that in a moment then, won't we, Spence? Here's Lamine Yamal, who's going to deliver this corner. He's going to play it short to Fermin. Now Olmo. Oh, this is Rashford range, isn't it?
Yeah, he wanted it.
On his left foot, he's going to go for it. Deflection on the shot. Finds Eric. Flicked on. Away by Valiant. Eric again. There's chaos in there. Lewandowski's fighting for it. He's going to get through too. Kouarsi gets a shot away.
That's a corner.
Corner.
That's fine.
Speak about scrappy, my God.
Chaos, baby.
Here we go then, Spence. This is it. This is the attempt from Casado, which nearly went in.
Wait, that... it didn't come off of Lewandowski.
It's a Mallorca player, sorry, yeah.
Was it David Lopez again? Dude, that dude, he needs a helmet.
Puts his head on everything. Nearly steered it into his own net, by the way. Lamine's delivery, and Fermin was in, and Samuel Costa can clear.
There's a little karate kid in that, too.
And Eric has one Barca throw in here, says the referee. Didn't look like a Barca throw to me, I must say. That was a bit better. They're a bit more lively from Barca. We're causing issues there from a few subsequent set pieces and whatnot.
Game's getting a little chippy, you know. You feel like the chippiness.
Yeah.
A little fish and chippy.
Lamine. It's got Mojica there with him. Lamine's delivery's good. Mallorca defenders have been acrobatic. They've put their body in the way of everything so far today, Spence.
Yep. Agree.
Balde. Bit of room for him to move into. He uses Rashford, who's there in support. Now to Casado.
Elmer Days says the second one is getting closer. It's coming soon.
I feel it too. Koundé on the overlap. Mojica in the way, though. Casero's going to foul Polo Torre. I was just saying this, Spence, the good thing about the start of the second half of Barça is it does feel like we're limiting Mallorca a lot more to the breakaways they were getting quite frequently in the first, doesn't it?
44,301.
Good.
And one.
Who's that one?
Oscar Ramos Abadia, former Barca
He is the one.
worker, is there today. So he's the one.
Balde. Now Marcus Rashford.
Let's go.
Nice. There's Olmo. Bit of pocket of space for him. Olmo shoots. It was pretty central, wasn't it, though? And easy for Leo Roman in the end. It's just the third shot on target the Barca have registered today, that, by the way. Oh, good Koundé. Better from him. Read the pass. Won it back. Lamine. Oh, Fermin.
Oh, yeah?
Onto his left foot. Fermin!
Oh.
And Leo Roman again called into action. Much better from Barca at the start of the second half.
Really like the way this half has gone. But you know what? The way that Barca were playing in the first half and then Mallorca feeling like they deserved the goal and not getting it, and then Barca getting it, just is a reminder that the second goal is very helpful in this case. Go get it.
Well, Barca will feel they need it really to give themselves the cushion in this one. Benedict says we need goals. Here's Rashford. To the back post. Steered away. It's going to fall to a man Mallorca won't want to see it fall to. Lamine. Deflection on his shot. All the way back here to Balde. All the incentive with Barça here, though, in the second half so far. They're the side pushing to make this 2. Jules Koundé. Now Casado. Fermin. Struck wide here for Rashford. Fermin Lopez once more. Kubarsi's progressing forward. Olmo in a pocket of space. Left for Lewandowski. Lewandowski then. Inventive, wasn't it? He's going to fall here to Rashford too. Rashford for Barça. Balde's the option on the overlap. He finds Casado instead.
Oh, he touched it.
Ever so intricate corner. Mojica did touch it.
Did. They're humming. They're humming. They're soaking in the sauce, baby. I like this. It's good.
Lamine Yamal is going to go over there to swing in the subsequent corner there. That's a new one. You see it on the back, a little card of him.
What's that?
It was like a little FIFA card, I think, of Lamine Yamal on the back. There's Lamine Yamal's corner. Oh, and Eric's free, and it comes off and it goes behind for a goal kick. Nearly an hour of football played. Barca will be satisfied with how things are going so far. That was Fermin Lopez's strike a few moments ago. Tatiana Chanto, welcome to Pack Basic. We had another one join earlier, actually, I didn't shout out, who was joining Pack Premium. Robin Gupiles joined Pack Premium, so you'll have the members, the Legends game tonight, of course.
Flickcam.
Eric. Now, Casado. This is Jules Koundé. Casado once more. Been good so far at the heart of midfield for Barça. Caused the issues. Eric. Fermin. Balde's up there in support. Balde can drive through some space here. Still, Alejandro Balde. Marcus Rashford providing the width on the left. Rashford, corner. Again, he's the one really stretching that Mallorca defence, but Maffeo in the way and able to get the ball behind. Corner starting to rack up 2 here for Barça. As the clock strikes 60 minutes played then. Now would be a good time for Barça to get a second. It's Marcus Rashford who's going to deliver this one. In it goes by the Englishman. It's headed away at the front post. We'll have another corner.
Let's do it again. Is that 8 or 9 now?
That'll be 10, I think, maybe. No, did we not just, did it not just say 9?
I'm looking at the stats underneath.
Ah, sorry. Okay.
Now it says 8.
10.
Yeah.
Lamine! Oh! He scored a screamer! Out of nothing from Lamine Yamal. That's how good he is. The boy is special. He simply is. Didn't look like there was anything in it for Barca. But Lamine Yamal has scored a rocket. And the Blaugrana have 2. They need Mallorca at home by 2-0.
Come on!
Yamal.
Yamal! Yamal! That really did come out of nowhere, didn't it?
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness. Who saw that coming?
What a rocket, Spence.
Out of absolutely nothing, really. I mean, it was set up for him to do that. But we've seen him cut onto his left foot like that all season, but very rarely. I mean, Leo Roman, what are you doing? He's rooted to his spot. I don't know if he doesn't think that it's. I don't know what he's thinking, to be honest. You got to dive for that or something. The reaction of everybody is they were biting their sandwich.
Yeah.
They were like mid-bite because they weren't expecting it.
No one expected that from Lamine Yamal, but you've got to get used to it with this boy because he keeps on producing moments of magic for Barça. That was genius, really. Just took a yard of space on the edge of the area. The finish to perfection, people. And Barça have two. They have daylight now. And Mallorca really do have a mountain to climb. What an absolutely magnificent second goal for Barça. Really is.
We talked about the fact that Vedat Murici is second in La Liga in goals. But we failed to mention who's second in La Liga in goal contributions. And it's that man-child right there.
Yeah.
And I think if, well, production sort of gave us a little bit of a hint, but we already had Lewandowski today, which means we get the rare double dose.
I know. I was thinking that, Spence. What a day to be alive for you. We've had the Lewandowski rap. We got the Lamine rap.
He's Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all.
Oh, y'all.
Pristine
Cool.
19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine Yamal,
Yamal,
y'all.
y'all.
He's Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine
Yamal, y'all.
Lewandowski rap, Lamine Yamal rap. It's all happening today, people. And Hansi Flick's going to make his first two changes of the afternoon. Ferran Torres and Marc Bernal are going to be coming on. And for Mallorca, by the way, Mateo Joseph, very impressive player for Spain's under-21 side, by the way, is on. Sergi Darder, not much introduction needed for him. And Pablo Torre and Jan Virgili are off. And there you go, Antonio Sanchez is also on for Mateo Morey. So there you go.
So...
Triple change for Mallorca. That's going to be a double change here for Barça.
So that means we had the Lewandowski rap and we had the Lamine rap, which means I think I'm not going to make any promises, because if I make a promise, I have to keep it, and I don't know if I'm able to right now.
Yeah.
If Barça score a third goal and it's not Lamine or Lewandowski,
Yeah.
then by next Monday, which is the next time that I'm here, which is the Girona game, I'm not promising this, okay? I will come up with a rap for the person who scores the third goal today.
Okay. So
Because we've had the two already.
okay, so for whoever comes up, whoever scores the third.
It can't be Rafinha, sadly.
No.
Because that would make the most sense.
It would, yeah. It could be anyone, by the way.
It could be anyone.
You could have a Marc Bernal rap, for example. Almost won it back. Fermin Lopez, he might be one of those. Look at Marcus Rashford in space. Is it three? Good defending. Corner.
It doesn't count if Levy scores a second or if Lamine scores
I've got
a second.
you. I've got you. If Araujo comes on, the Araujo rap. Yeah.
If Araujo scores, pues Araujo rap. Como quieras.
Así será. Rashford takes the corner short. Here's Fermin Lopez. Look at the spaces that Olmo's in. Too much. From a Mallorca perspective, they got close enough to him in the end. And, I mean, not from our perspective, but maybe from a more neutral perspective, spent 65 minutes played. Mallorca now all of a sudden down and out, which is quite odd to say, I think, considering how good they've been today in many phases of the game. And I've been quietly quite impressed with them, the way they came forward. They were playing good stuff, and now they look like a team who were deflated. Which, I mean, so often happens here away from Real Oviedo, for example, a few weeks ago was similar.
Maybe this is a tale of their season. I mean, I haven't watched every Mallorca game. I've watched a couple this year. But you got to feel, if you're a Mallorca fan, like you deserve better than this scoreline right now. I mean, you haven't really been on the ball much in the second half, but especially from the first half. You got to feel like you deserve more than what you're getting.
Barca just tapping the ball around Mallorca now already. Fermin tried to go through a gap. Doesn't feel like they've been able to really link up going forward either. It's been a lot of that, just long balls from Leo Roman, and then a foul on Courbarcy, so not going to be able to break away. So Darder straight off the bench and into the book. Here come the changes, and I think Spence, a double one coming up here for Barça. He does catch him. Courbarcy it was who was caught. Here we go then. Ferran is on, as is Bernal.
Listen, man, if I got to write a Marc Bernal rap, all respect to Marc Bernal, that's going to be a tough one to churn out in a week.
Got to do it. The lyrics are got to be there. So Ferran comes on for Rashford here, Spence, which is interesting because we haven't seen Ferran and Lewandowski play together in quite some time, have we?
No, I like it though. All right, Olmo off.
That's more like for like in midfield, isn't it? Oh, and here come Barca immediately, by the way. And look at that, by the way. Both assists for the goals. Maybe some of the stranger assists that Olmo will get all year. First one, certainly. And the second one also goes to him. Fermin now. Lamine for Barca. Back to Fermin. Oh, and this is going to fall to Lewandowski.
Almost. Get out of the way, Arbi.
Referee's making absolute chaos out there. Koundé shot, deflection, corner. Looking for a line-up. As Barca have made some changes. There you go. That's what the Barca team looks like now then, people. Ferran playing left wing, but don't be surprised to see him come quite centrally with Lewandowski. That means corner then. Here we go. Number 10 takes it short once more. Fermin. Bernal in a good amount of space, and his crossing is good. And he had Eddie Garcia flying in on it. Just unable to get his boot to the ball. Behind for a goal kick.
That was a teasing little ball in there for Eric. You would have pegged him to get his boot on that. Hansi too.
Hansi wanted to go with the head, actually.
Yeah. Hansi's in his own world. And during games, those possession numbers, they're creeping.
Yeah, I mean, it very much has been all Barca in the second half. And I mean, the first half we had all the ball as well, didn't we, Spence? But it didn't feel like it necessarily with the way we were playing. Second half, it certainly has that feel about it. We're nearly at minute 70, guys. I can't remember Mallorca coming forward, you know, and that's the reality of the situation, really. They've just not been able to keep it up in the first half. And we've said it, that Lewandowski goal, it was a sucker punch. There's no doubt about it. And it's very much proved to be the case. Lamine. Back to Lamine, who is, for me, just playing some marvellous football right now. He was fouled as well, says the referee, and Mallorca players cannot believe it.
I would be frustrated if I was a Mallorca fan. It's true, I think. Yeah, he got fouled. I mean, I understand why they're frustrated. Especially because it's been a lot more difficult for them now to bring themselves back into this game.
Eric. Now Balde. Kubarsi had pressure there from Murici. They've not really been able to find him though, have they, Spence? A lot of talk about Murici before this game. And that's a giveaway from Bernal. Now Darder. But they've not really wanted to feed him, have they? You know, he had that chance stretching in the first half off of Gianbir Gidi's cross.
Yeah.
Other than that.
His best chance was that, and it came from a counter-attack and a low ball cross where he was unmarked in a little bit of space, and the pass was just out in front of him. Oh, look out. Almost. But I think Mallorca have missed out on an opportunity to try and put service into the box.
Right.
Because he has a distinct height advantage over both Barca center backs. And he knows how to win those aerial duels.
You'd have to say, I mean, you'd back him, wouldn't you, in a cross against Eric and Kubarsi?
Well, so the fact that Mallorca haven't tried.
A little bit risky here at the back. Joan Garcia dealt with it ever so well, and so have Barca. I mean, how well has he improved with his feet? My goodness me, that was tight, wasn't it?
Oh, Balde's looking good today.
Fermin. Loads of room ahead of Lamine Yamal, who's been found here. The Spotify Camp Nou gets on his feet. Here's Koundé. Pull back is not going to find anyone in Barca red and blue. And when they get forward, they really do look dangerous now, though, the Blaugrana. Fermin. Delayed because Lewandowski's doing his laces. Lamine. Back to Fermin.
Really?
Lopez.
Doing his laces? That's
Yeah.
what you go with?
You say tying, yeah.
He's tying his shoes.
Yeah.
Which actually, now that I say it out loud, he's tying his laces, not his shoes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, you'd say tying his shoes, not his shoelaces.
My shoe is untied. I need to tie my shoe.
If it's a shoe with laces, of course, yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But actually, you know what, Pablo?
No way.
I'm on.
That one.
I'm on Team Brit for that one. That makes too much
Vamos.
sense. Why would you tie your shoe? Because you're not tying the shoe. You're tying the laces. So
Yeah.
I like it. Doing his laces from now on.
You like it doing his laces, though? Or you'd
No, I would-
still
I
want it
would-
to be tying.
I
though,
would.
yeah?
I would probably.
Well,
go
you
with
can
tying
say
the
tying, but I say he's doing his laces, yeah. Matt Glumbis has said that he put the Lamine jersey on and he scored.
Magic.
So he's claiming that goal for himself.
Maybe Ferran will score. We get a new Ferran rap. I'm just reading the comment from Football Watch 34587.
Lamine Yamal, just magic again from him. Bernal. Talk about quick feet. That was excellent from the substitute. Barca really enjoying themselves out there now, and this didn't look like one of those games where Barca were going to have so much fun. They certainly have, though, in the second half, since the second goal has gone in particular. Very comfortable, very routine. The Hansi Flick's team, and right now Mallorca look like a team a little bit lost for any sort of direction in them.
Deflated
Yes.
would be one word. I mean, this game right now, there's no jeopardy in it. I really thought at this point, maybe Barca would have to find a way to relieve some of the tension, but there hasn't been any yet.
Just over 15 minutes to play. Eric. Now Balde. Oh, space here for Ferran, popping up centrally once more. Different sort of winger to Rashford, isn't he? But he's still going here. Ferran. Fermin. And now Koundé. Look at the space that Lamine's got. Not all Mallorca want to see. Lamine! Oh my goodness me, I thought it was in, Spence. He's just guided that past the far post. And he's playing like a man on the mission. He's been that good again, Lamine, today.
Yeah, he just realized that his space was running out, so he said, why not? And that is not so far away. I don't blame you for thinking that that was going in.
Yeah. I thought that was heading in, I must say. Top corner was on. And Leo Roman watched it as if to say, that's fine, but...
But he watched the last one, too.
He did, yeah.
And he watched it go into the back of the net.
Who's that coming on now then, Spence? Looks like maybe Joao Cancelo's going to join the Barca party shortly. Samuel Costa. Free kick to Barça. No, to Mallorca, sorry. Here we go. And this was a quick feat from Joan Garcia, Spence. Thought he got himself in a tight space. Mateo Joseph certainly thought so. And then Murici was also in, but no.
That means even getting deflections on high pressure.
He's done that quite a lot in recent weeks. I mean, Yamal winning it back hard at the field. We saw that for the first goal against Oviedo, didn't we? It was Lamine Yamal who won the ball back and in the end almost stuck it in the back of the net. That's a good example of what Mallorca have done this half, though. Very little. And they look forced, panicked, a bit uncomfortable with the ball. Yeah, deflated, I think is probably the word. Just a team saying, no, I'll get rid of it if I have to get rid of it, but not really showing much else going forward.
No. And this has been their issue at times this year, too, is that when playing from behind, going and finding a goal is a lot tougher when you don't have the ball. What are we doing?
Ferran hurdled to the floor there by Maffeo. Here come some more changes. So Manu Morlanes is going to come on for Mallorca. This is Javi Abres. So another double change in their ranks as Iago Arrasate tries to maybe just dig a bit of belief back into this side. I mean, they're only 2 goals behind. 1 goal, and my God, this will be an exciting last 10, 15 minutes or so. But it just doesn't look like it's coming at all. Murici is now off as well, by the way. And for Barça, A double change. Rooney's on and Cancelo's on.
Lamine off.
Lamine Yamal's off, and there's the hug with Hansi Flick as he departs the field. And Lewandowski's off too there, Spence. So a reshuffle for Barça. And I'm quite intrigued to see how this reshuffle looks. Is that Cancelo in a winger position? I think it could be.
And Rooney as well.
I get the feeling
Cancelo is indeed playing
left wing, no?
on the left wing. Ferran in the middle. Rooney on the right. In the midfield is Casado and Bernal, with Fermin a little bit further on.
So that's how the Barca team looks now then. New look front line with Cancelo at left wing. He had a little smile when he came on as well there, Spencer, to say I'm quite looking forward to these to this 10 minutes.
I was going to say, he probably doesn't get the opportunity to have as much license to go forward as he's going to have in the next 15 minutes, so go get him.
Enjoy it as well. Eric. Spotted that run of Ferran, didn't he, and tried to rapidly get the ball up towards him. Now Valiant can bring things forward. Had a very calm feel about it, the game, for quite some time now. Very little jeopardy in things. Here comes Mateo Joseph, though, trying to change that. Barca centre-backs have been good, I think. They've been aggressive. They've won the ball back well when they've had the chance. Although, Eric Garcia's down here. We hope it's nothing.
He's all right. Got a couple of players down on the ground today.
We can't believe the way the referee reacted, though.
Yeah. He got spiked.
He gets trodden on, doesn't he?
In a way that's going to hurt for several days.
It's going to be a drop ball here, but for Mallorca. For Barca.
Wow. Interesting. Have you ever been spiked like that? Like where it breaks the skin?
Almost every week. I play football every week, and always.
Every week? Who are you playing with? Getafe?
I play these little pickup games, and they're celebrate.
Yeah.
Giveaway.
Look
Watch out
out.
here, Spencer,
This is a
with Mallorca
problem.
in. This could change the game. Oh, what a save by Juan Garcia. Well, we were saying it, weren't we? Mallorca look completely out of this game, but Juan Garcia, when he's called upon, always makes the difference. Antonio Sanchez won it back, and he couldn't quite get it in the far corner.
Woo, Joan.
He was on hand there, wasn't he, Spence?
Haven't called his name all night. But when your name is called, you got to be ready. Big stop.
Sergi Darder gets the subsequent corner in. And Barca, if they play this right, can clear. It's going to go out for a throw in. Just the first scare we've had in the second half, really. And, I mean, you know that about football. If that went in, all of a sudden the last 10 minutes are looking very nervy indeed. And that's the joy of having a keeper like him in net. I mean, he didn't go too early, did he? Because maybe Antonio Sanchez you'd predict him to go across the keeper, but he went for that near post. And Juan read it well.
Big stop. Big stop, exactly, to keep the insurance alive. Now you can still, obviously you don't want it to be the case, but you can still afford one slip up and you're okay.
Yeah. Mojica's gone out to take this throw in then for Mallorca. Mojica. Fermin, now Koundé. Mojica again. Bernal's trying to nick in there. Nice football this from Mallorca. The subs have given them a bit of an injection of life here, although that pass is just slightly overbaked and it's going to go behind for a goal kick. This is goal again, Spence. This is the moment of the game, isn't it? Lamine Yamal caught it ever so sweetly. Far corner. Roman can only watch it.
It's the moment of the game because it sort of typifies football.
Oh, and Barça coming forward again. Marc Bernal is running in on goal here. Bernal! How about that from Bernal? What a magic piece of football from him. He scored his first Barça goal, and it is a truly special one too. Running through in a striker's position, and he made no mistake, did he? Cut back finish, no problem whatsoever. Barça 3, Mallorca 0. Marc Bernal's on the score sheet.
Unbelievable. Oh, what a moment for this kid. How can you not smile? Seriously, how can you not love it? And what a goal. I mean, he picked this thing up like he's been running in behind the back line his whole life. And then he stops on a dime, cuts back, and then goes near post. That's a golazo. Incredible from Bernal. It takes a deflection. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It still went in just the same. He was going far post. It took a deflection. It ends up near post. It still counts as a goal. And thankfully, Bernal rhymes with Yamal, so we just have to replace Lamine's name with Marc's name, and we've got the wrap.
Spence, this boy here was out for a year or so, really. He's back on the pitch this season, and he is amongst the goals. It's his first in the Blaugrana colours with the first team. He took it ever so coolly. He really is one of those players who performs a lot older than his age would suggest. Very mature youngster, I would say. And he finished that to perfection. And more big news coming in, because Tommy Marquez has come on to make his Barça debut. He's on a midfield. Here's Marquez in place of, Fermin, who he's come on for. So there you go. All the youngsters are in there. There he is, Tommy Marquez, laying off Casado. And there you go. Bernal scores, Marquez is on. It's all happening, Spence.
So that's a midfield of Casado, Bernal, and Marquez. Talk to me a year and a half ago and tell me what that would have been like if you had told me that that's Barca's midfield for even 5 minutes. Incredible stuff. And even more so for Marc Bernal, I don't think it could be any more fitting than him scoring a goal today based on what's happened in La Liga today. Because Marc Bernal tore his ACL in Vallecas. It was the end of the game on a pitch that we all know is not a good one. And the game that was supposed to be played at 2 o'clock today in Vallecas, hold on.
Antonio Sanchez again is coming forward here. Saved, go on.
That game was postponed because of the protests in Vallecas over the quality of the pitch and the training facilities. The same pitch that Marc Bernal tore his ACL on a little over a year ago, and now he comes in and he scores this goal here today. I just think, I'm just so happy for him, and he really deserves it.
I'll tell you what, Spence, he's really come into his own in recent weeks too, I think, Bernal. We're starting to see what we saw maybe at the start of that 24-25 season. It's been a long road to recovery, but the way he took that goal, and he is one of those players who, on the ball, you struggle to see players more comfortable than him. He's got a big presence, a big frame about him, and I get the feeling he's going to have a very successful Barça career. It looks like a really top young talent. What a shame it was to have him out for a year. But now back in the team and really proving himself once more. Not really a player we expect goals from, but that was brilliant. Took it ever so well. What a brilliant moment too.
First ever Barça goal. First senior goal for Barça.
That's right.
And he kissed the badge and he celebrated at the Spotify Camp Nou. I mean, what better way?
Yeah, dream come true for him. No mistake about that. What a glorious moment this has been to cap this one off. It's going to be, it looks like quite a comfortable day at the office in the end here for Barça.
We talk so much about Lamine, who turned 18 this summer. Marc Bernal is also 18 years old.
Yeah.
And it's not normal for 18-year-olds to be doing this stuff. So, like, when Lamine does it, then Marc Bernal does it, you're like, oh, that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
No.
Tony Marquez on in midfield too, by the way. He's a player who has featured quite a bit for also the under-19s last season, and indeed Barça Athletic. Quite a tall presence in midfield, but also very good with the ball at his feet. Can play in the number 6 role or a number 8 position, and he's been Flick's been a big admirer of him. He's trained a lot with the first team of late, and indeed today gets his chance out there for the Blaugrana. Eric now. Cancelo. Ferran.
Yep.
Good football again from Barça. Balde. João Cancelo again at left wing. Balde. Cancelo thinking about where to go next. I think he's enjoying himself, don't you? Balde.
Get the sense that he would want maybe some kind of opportunity for a shot on target or something.
Eric, let's see if that comes about for him. Here is Balde. Balde trying to just shuffle the ball through. And it was Rooney who was actually popping up on that side. This is dangerous though for Mallorca. So many young players just buzzing around the pitch there for Barça, aren't they? Aren't they, Spence? And it speaks volumes of what Flick has done to this team. He's not had a big transfer budget to work with, but he's very much relied on those players from the academy, from La Masia, and just a very young side who are playing very mature football is what I'd say.
Well, because going out and signing, players for excessive transfer fees is just not the Barça way. Not when you have so much talent in La Masia the way that they do. And boy, if it wasn't ever exemplified by the second half today, Lamine first, and then Bernal, and Tommy Marquez gets to come on and play a little bit with the first team. You can also obviously throw other players in there like Eric and Cubarsí and Balde, and the list goes on.
There he goes, João Cancelo, and he just got too much on the ball through to Ferran. Spotted a gap, went for it, couldn't quite shuffle it through.
Casado, like these guys have all come through this system, which is unequivocally one of the best in the world at developing young talent. So you don't need to go spend 100 million euros on a player to play a position. You're growing players into 100 million euro players.
Valiant back to the keeper here. Just 1 minute to go of the 90 people. You have a poll in the members live chat for you all to vote in right now. That's for your MVP of today's game. Not an easy one. I think there's a few maybe obvious options up there, but not easy to pick the one player you'd go for. Do let us know in the members live chat. It's there for you. Votes are now open. It's not a bad ball on the back there. I'll tell you what, João Garcia will want to reserve his clean sheet here, and Mateo Joseph ensures that's the case.
Yeah, this is the one result in this little range of results that nobody predicted, because you had 2-0.
I know, mine's just gone. Yep.
Llorens had 4-0. He's still alive. I have 3-1.
You're still alive.
And I don't really want to be right, but
fans enjoyed that one, didn't they, from Mag Bernal, and rightly so. We've got just 2 minutes of additional time that are going to be added on. I'd say that is more than correct, I must be honest with you. I think at this stage, not a lot of stoppages we've had in the second half. It's been pretty calm. And I think Mallorca will be very happy to get into this one. Not often you see two, though, Spence.
That's waving the white flag. Why have any minutes at all if you're going to have 2?
Rooney.
I mean, fine. Game over. 3 points. Let's get it.
We'll see over here to Eric. Both him and Cubarsí done a sterling job at the back. Votes are in for MVP. It's, well, a landslide victory for a special someone. We'll be giving our MVP votes at full time at the end of the game in the post-game show. Also stick around, Guarderas, because you've got all the reactions coming from the Spotify Camp Nou. Mallorca showed ever so little going forward in this second half, though.
Just blow the whistle already. What are we
I do hear you.
What are we even doing? Why?
Switches on then. But there will be some last pieces of defending to do here.
You know what? I'm mad at this point. You know what, Mallorca? You go ahead and score. Just for that 3-1 prediction. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Okay. Well, you might have spoken too soon. Mojica.
What makes you think Mallorca have gotten anywhere close to the goal?
Nothing.
Oh, Tommy.
Tommy
poor.
can stay on his feet there. The cross
kid.
is to the back post.
No, don't do it.
Maffeo, deflection on it, and the shot comes in, and it's over the top of the crossbar.
Beep, beep, beep. Ya está.
We're okay, people. It's going to end 3-2 here. And as that one goes out. There you go, full time here at the Spotify Camp Nou. That's all she wrote. And Barça, for now, go 4 points clear at the top of the table. They've won by 3-0 this afternoon. One in the first half from Lewandowski. Then Lamine Yamal added a screamer in the second. And then Marc Bernal, what a moment for him. His first Barça goal put the icing on the cake. For Barça, they've beaten Mallorca by 3-0. There you go then, Spence. Barça 3, Mallorca 0. Exactly what the doctor ordered, exactly what we ordered here at full time, isn't it? Job done in La Liga. You can see the table there. Barça for now momentarily 4 points clear of their rivals Real Madrid. And in the end, a better second half display. You'd say it wasn't easy in the first half. It wasn't our best of the season. But it's job done for Barça. That's another clean sheet, and we can't really complain with that. And then we've had a bit of fun. We had some great goals. It was good. It was a good job.
Yeah, it's job done. And ironically, the continuous message that I think we're going to have to carry with us into the next couple of games is that the second halves for Barça have consistently been better than their first halves. And obviously, you'll take the win, the 3 points. So we're getting a look right now. Pablo Torres exchanging pleasantries with all of the players that he used to call his teammates. And they're all smiling. But you know, it was a first half where they did enough, and then the second half, they really turned it on. They turned on the Jets. So I think Marc Bernal would have scored either way on the goal. He was going for the far post. We'll get a look at it. Well, we won't actually. We don't have the highlights today.
They better give it to him, yeah.
No, I just mean, like, if that had gotten through and it would have gone to the far post, it would have been in.
Yeah.
And it got deflected. It went to the near post and it went in. It all counts the same. But you know, this is what Barça do, and I think they deserved this win for the 90 minutes that they played. Maybe not necessarily the first 45 that they played.
Yeah.
And it looked good. It was a good enough performance to be considered leaders and take that into the next match day.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be happy also with the goals we got in the second half. Lamine's was brilliant. It was out of nowhere, really, wasn't it? A magnificent strike. Bernal's was also one of those brilliant moments to watch. We go 4 points clear. There's a lot to be happy about here, and I agree with you, Spence. I think the first half we weren't great at stages, and Mallorca can feel a bit hard done by maybe. Don't think they can feel hard done by the end result, though. I think overall Barça were much the better team. The stats pretty much say it, but I think really by the end of that one we were dominant, and the goals in the second half were great fun too.
Yeah, this was a great performance, and actually, based on the time that the goals came, it tells you a little bit more about the dominance of the game because they scored at 3 different phases, all separate from one another. So this wasn't like one moment where Barça had a couple of chances back-to-back and netted them and scored 2, 3, 4 minutes apart. This was pretty much a full game where Mallorca, except for the first portion of the game, they did not threaten.
So then, full time here, 3-0 people. We'll be back in a few moments' time. We're going to take a very quick break. Don't go anywhere because coming up, reactions and analysis from the Spotify Camp Nou. We'll see you for it all here, people, on the post-game show on Barça Live. Hello, people, and welcome back here to the post-game show between Barça and Mallorca. 3-0 win for the Blaugrana in LaLiga means we've gone 4 points clear at the top of the table for now. There's a bit of a dance going on from Balde and Lamine there, which I think we got.
Should we like?
It was like a. What are we doing?
We got a long post-game show, buddy.
Well.
Let's get it.
We started off well. We are going to be hearing all the reactions from the Spotify Camp Nou shortly, people. We do think there could be some quite cool interviews today, so let's hope so. This was the day that Marc Bernal scored his first Barça goal, of course. Lamine Yamal couldn't believe it on the touchline. In the end, Spence, a lot to be happy about after what wasn't an easy first half. But Barça, I think, will go to bed pretty chuffed tonight and quite a feel-good game in the end, I think, with especially that goal from Bernal, right?
Yeah, I think I remember saying at some point when I said whoever scores next, I was like, if Marc Bernal scores a goal.
I just love how we mentioned Bernal, you know.
And here he is, man. Good for him. That's a great feel-good story. I really can't emphasize that enough.
It is a good moment. I mean, we can talk a bit about Bernal immediately. I wonder if maybe we'll be hearing from him in the post game. We don't know just yet. But Spence, the year-long injury. I mean, then he comes back in. He's got a lot of players in his position in front of him, of course. It's not been easy. He's not had too many minutes, but I think in recent weeks, Copenhagen, he came on at halftime, did really well. Flick's starting to use him a lot more off the bench in recent weeks, for sure. He got minutes from the start in recent weeks. He just feels like he's starting to get accustomed to the action, to the rhythm of things again. And now every time he comes on, he's starting to look really good. The way he took that goal today was expert, wasn't it? And it's a big, big positive at this stage.
It's a positive because it validates Flick's decisions and it continues to give him flexibility as the season progresses, because we know right now that the fixture congestion in February is not much of an issue, although they do have a game midweek in terms of the Copa. They've got the first leg of the Copa. But then we're going to have a stretch where it's a little bit quieter, and then once we get into March, April, May, it's going to get really busy.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot tougher for the players who have had a lot of miles put on their boots. Having a player like Bernal in there to be able to just come and take some of the load away is, I think, perfect. This is great because he's proving himself every time he steps on the pitch.
I like this player, Bernal. I think he's a different sort of profile, actually, Spence, is what I always liked about him when he first came into the side. He's a bit taller, a bit bigger, maybe a bit beefier than a lot of the youngsters that come through here. But he's still got that close control. He's still really smooth and slick on the ball.
You mean like the goal that he just scored?
Yeah, the goal was lovely. The little cutback. I wish we could show you it. I honestly do. But if you haven't seen it, you'll have to try and find it somewhere later. The way he cuts back inside, we didn't think it took a deflection in live time. We thought he just put it near post. He actually went far post. It would have been going in. It is going to be given it as his goal, which is the great thing. But what a gifted young player. And I said it, especially with Pedri's injury right now, which we hope isn't going to be too much longer, by the way, maybe a few more weeks at most. Maybe looking to that sort of end of the month sort of time, where we have got a lot less games, as Spence was just saying. But even still, to have someone like a Bernal in there as an option off the bench is really great. And him and Casado, by the way, have been excellent next to each other. We can go straight to the Spotify Camp Nou, where Llorens is next to Marc Casado.
Sí, al costat del Marc Casado, que avui ha tornat a ser titular i, com sempre, es deixa l'ànima a cada pilota. Marc, bona tarda.
Bona tarda.
Valoració d'aquesta victòria important, seguir posant pressió al Madrid de cara a demà i nosaltres anar sumant de 3 en 3.
Bé, exacte. En la nostra línia crec que l'equip ha fet la feina, com tocava, sabíem que havíem de treure els 3 punts, sabíem que no seria fàcil amb un equip que és complicat marcar-li gols, i així ha sigut. Crec que la primera part ens ha faltat una miqueta de velocitat al circular la pilota. Crec que la segona ho hem millorat i així hem pogut arribar a més ocasions.
A la primera meitat és cert que una mica en la línia de l'Oviedo, no? Que en aquest cas us deixaven despenjats al Jan, allà us estaven fent mal, estaven sortint bé, us estaven complicant a vosaltres la circulació. Què ha canviat al descans per corregir això?
Bé, el míster ens ho ha dit, que havíem de circular la pilota més ràpid, ens ha donat 2 detallets tàctics per poder-ho fer. I així ha sigut. Crec que l'equip rival també baixa una mica d'intensitat després d'una primera part dura per ells, que han de córrer molt. I crec que també és la tònica de tots els partits. Al final els rivals venen aquí amb molta energia, que corren molt totes les pilotes, però la segona part suposo que per ells costa més i trobem més espais.
Marc, sempre et preguntem pel gol del Lamine, avui també li pots fotre les dues collejas que deies per al golaç que ha fet, però avui et pregunto per un altre marc, el Bernal, que ha marcat el primer gol, i pel debut de Tomi, no? Tu que has estat titular, heu acabat 9 jugadors catalans al terreny de joc. Quina benedicció la Masia, no?
Doncs sí, la veritat que crec que estem fent un equip on hi ha molta gent que ve de baix, de la Masia, molts jugadors catalans també que sentim el Barça des de dins, i crec que això és molt important. Crec que això, sempre ho dic, a l'hora de lluitar en moments complicats o d'apretar en moments en els que toca, ajuda, és un plus. I bueno, molt contents tots pel gol del Marc. Sabem que aquestes lesions són molt complicades de pair, de tornar bé, però bueno, estem molt contents pel seu gol. Això segur que li fa créixer l'ànim. I per en Tomi el mateix, portava uns quants partits convocat, no havia pogut tenir l'oportunitat, però bueno, molt contents per ells perquè hagi pogut sumar els primers minuts.
L'última, molt ràpid. Déu-n'hi-do el compromís del proper, a l'estadi de l'Atlético de Madrid, aquestes semifinals de Copa. Ara arriba la part més difícil, però també la més bonica de la temporada.
Totalment, ara venen els partits,
T'agraden aquests?
Sí, els complicats però els bonics, com tu dius, al final són les semifinals de Copa del Rei, sabem que per poder guanyar un títol s'ha de guanyar els millors equips, i així serà. Crec que hem de fer un molt bon paper tant a l'anada com a la tornada dels dos partits, perquè sabem com és l'Atlètic de Madrid, sabem que ens posaran les coses complicades, però crec que portem una bona dinàmica de partits, crec que estem molt sòlids l'equip i a seguir així.
Perfecte, Marc, moltíssimes gràcies. Doncs amb el Marc Casado que ens acompanyava, i no marxem, companys, si em sembla que encara sou aquí, perquè tenim avui l'home més feliç segurament del dia. Tomi, bona tarda, com estàs?
Bona tarda, molt content.
Hem hagut d'esperar aquest debut. Ja feia setmanes que dèiem serà avui, al final avui ha estat. Les primeres sensacions, com et sents ara mateix?
No, és una que no t'ho creus, no? No acabes d'assimilar. És espectacular, o sigui, acabo de jugar al Camp Nou, qui ho diria, i res, molt content, molt orgullós, i ara uns dies per assimilar-ho, està clar.
No sé com ha estat aquell moment en què Hansi, no sé si t'han dit alguna cosa, t'ha assenyalat, i tu pensant, no sé si m'ho diu a mi, però jo tiro cap allà i que sigui el que hagi de ser.
No, ha sigut molt ràpid perquè amb el 2-0 al final estic allà calentant, però no ho penses, però just arribat al tercer i ha sigut tan ràpid que és que no dona temps ni de pensar al final, i res, ha sigut un moment i ja estava al camp.
Tu arribes al Barça molt jovenet, clar, ets molt jove, encara tens 19 anys, però arribes a ser benjamí, si no vaig errat. Has passat per moltes categories del club. Arriba un moment en què penses que això pot passar, un debut així, arribar al més alt de tot?
Bueno, al final vas any a any, perquè aquí al Barça és imprevisible, no?, el que et pot passar, i sobretot jo he de dir que he tingut un camí complicat, molt complicat, i res, vas any a any des de petitet, però amb aquest somni, i res, s'ha aconseguit.
En tot cas, feia setmanes que estàs en dinàmica, treballant, entrenant amb el primer equip. Deixa'm preguntar-te per el que veus al voltant. Fins a quin punt quedes al·lucinat a cada entrenament? De qui aprens més? Molta gent et parla que el Frenkie et té una mica padrinat per la semblança física i de joc, però una mica com està sent aquest dia a dia dins del vestidor amb els millors jugadors del món?
No, molt agraït. Al final, viure el dia a dia amb aquests jugadors, amb els teus ídols, és espectacular. O sigui, aprendre d'ells, veure'ls, és una cosa increïble que mai t'ho arribes a imaginar, i viure aquestes setmanes amb ells et fa créixer i que t'ajudin a que arribi aquest moment més fàcil.
No sé si has pogut ja mirar el telèfon mòbil, el primer missatge, què és el que t'han dit, la primera felicitació, i tu de qui te'n recordes en un moment com avui?
Home, està clar, la família, quan he acabat el partit, les he mirat molt contents, i no he mirat encara el telèfon a saber, a veure què m'espera, però no, molt content, i sobretot això de la família, els que han estat amb mi durant tots aquests anys, i ja està, molt content.
L'últim, molt ràpid, avui aprofitem que et tenim aquí amb aquest somriure. Ets el 8è debutant amb Hansi Flick. Què ha suposat per tu aquest entrenador? Òbviament has tingut grans entrenadors aquí a la Masia, però el Hansi, una persona de fora, què t'ha aportat a tu personalment?
Al final, quan comences a pujar, no et fas imaginacions de com serà, no? Però he de dir que és una persona molt propera, és com un pare dins del vestuari, està molt proper a tots, és molt graciós, és carismàtic, i al final ens ajuda a tots a estar preparats al dia a dia i pels partits i a guanyar-ho tot. Al final aspiren a tot, i a veure què passa.
Tomi, moltíssimes felicitats per aquest debut, enhorabona i sobretot a gaudir-ho molt. I a seguir treballant.
Sí, home, està clar. Seguir treballant i moltes gràcies.
Gràcies, Tomi.
Oh, what a brilliant interview. We enjoyed that one. Oh, that's a special one, isn't it?
See the smile on his face?
That was brilliant, wasn't it? Yeah, I love that.
It was smiling from one end of the screen to the other. Like, he couldn't stop, man.
Great from Tommy Marquez, who said, honestly, I'm so happy. It all happened very quickly right after the third goal. He was warming up. And then Hansi called him. I didn't even have time to think about it. He says, you never know what's going to happen. I've had a complicated journey, but I feel very grateful to live with these idols daily, with my idols. They help me improve as a player. The game ended. He said, I looked straight to the family in the stands. They're the happiest people above all. And then he spoke about Hansi Flick, which I like too, Spence. He said Hansi is very close to the players. He's a charismatic man, and he's like a father to a lot of us in the dressing room. Some of the best bits there of that interview from Tommy Marquez, which I really enjoyed. And Llorente said it, 18th player to debut under Hansi Flick from La Masia. What a brilliant stat. And also, what a brilliant moment for him too. And you said the smile, Spence. Just great to see.
Yeah. This is just one of those moments where we seem to get a couple of them at least every year because of what we were talking about at the end of the game, where you don't go out and you sign $70 million players or million euro players every summer or in the winter. Once in a while, it happens, right? We get that. Every once in a while you do. But the heart and soul of this club comes from moments like that. Players who have been here either their whole lives or the majority of their lives, and they bleed the colors already. And then they get a chance like today, like Tommy Marquez got, to go out, make his debut, play for the club that he's so proud to represent. And that's how it happens. And I'm so glad that we get those moments multiple times a year, because you don't see clubs of this caliber, like Barça, provide this many opportunities consistently every year, year in and year out. And it's always somebody new. And, listen, we could talk about this on and off for a while, but these players, some of them they stick and some of them they move on to other places, and some of them, but just getting the opportunity to begin with is already the first honor. And then your career, and whatever Tommy Marquez's career turns out to be, it started here, and that's, I think, what's important.
What a brilliant moment. Castelló was asked about something similar, by the way. He said, look, we've got a very young team with a lot of Catalan players. I think Llorente, there were 9 on at the end of the game with the 11 that Barca had on. He said, Castelló said it helps us to fight in those difficult moments. These are players who know what it means. They feel the badge within them. He said, I'm delighted for Marc Bernal. I'm very happy for Tommy Marquez, both in the same sort of positions, with the most important moment of the season's coming up now. To have so many of those players from La Masia involved in the first team. You even look at it there. Almost any photo that comes up on the screen, look at it. Lamine, Fermin. You have Olmo, suppose, also there. Of course, he is one of those who went away, came back. Fermin also went on loan. Balde was in the back of that photo too. Castelló. It's just great, isn't it, Spence? It really is. So many of them.
Agreed. I like that picture too. That's a good one.
Yeah, proper celebration that from Lamine Yamal. There's the
and then there's a cutback. That's as good as we're going to be able to show you today.
There's a glimpse of the Marc Bernal goal. Spence, we saw Castelló, and then Tommy interviewed back-to-back, so we didn't really get a chance to speak about Castelló, who I thought was excellent today. I really did. I thought it was a scrappy game at times and quite intense, quite energetic. And I think he was like a little energy bunny in there, scrapping around midfield, winning the ball back, diving into challenges. And all of a sudden in 2026, he's getting more minutes in this team, because he has struggled to get minutes this season. First half of the season, he got much less than he would have had, especially compared to last season. But he's starting to get that importance back. We've seen De Jong suspended a few games. Pedri's out now. He's very much in there, isn't he?
Wait.
And I'll tell you what, we've got more interviews coming in, because we've got Llorente with Hansi Flick. Let's hear from him.
Yeah, next with Hansi Flick. I guess satisfied for the victory. Hi, Hansi.
Hello.
It's a good victory for the team, especially in the second half. Again, and clean sheet. Again, 3 more points.
Yes, of course. For us, from the result, from the goals, our second half, I think we're doing good, and it's a good day for us.
Mm-hmm. And a good day for La Masia. Bernal scored his first goal for Barça. Tommy, the first game, and what a fantastic job in Barça.
Yes, of course. This is also Tommy. Tommy is really a good player. So you can see in the training his potential. And shall we keep going on, or okay?
Hope so.
No. maybe it's similar like we played in the first half. Could be like that.
But Mallorca did a good job also.
Yeah, but I think in the second half we showed also our quality, and this was important. So this was important for us also to score 2 more goals, and at the end, I'm happy with the match day.
One more time in Camp Nou, the fans have a feeling, a connection, a special connection, not only with you but also with the players. How special is to play here in this stadium?
No, it's always it's great, and then I cannot imagine how is it when the stadium is full. So it's maybe it's fantastic. Also, when you look here around, it's amazing to see this. What could be in the future? So we keep on going on this way, and hopefully we alive this day when everything is good.
The last one, you were talking, what kind of player is Tommy? We don't know him too much, but what can explain us?
He's with the ball. He's very good. He's like all the Masia player, but for me also his body language is good. He had a lot of potential. I think also he improved also a lot in the last half year, and he can play different positions. So in the midfield he can play every position, but also we also thought about to bring him as a right defender. So we will see. It's the first step. It's the first match, and then we'll see what happens again.
Congrats, Hansi. Thanks.
There you go then. Thank you very much, Llorens. Hansi Flick there speaking to the club microphones there. We said it, Spencer. You'd imagine he will be chuffed with what he saw today. First half, he made the joke there about maybe not being quite so switched on in the first 45 minutes. And I'll tell you what, we've got more interviews coming in. Marc Bernal, score of his first Barça goal. He's with Llorens.
Sí, Pablo, let me tell you a secret. Abans del partit li hem dit al Marc Bernal, avui marques. I el tio va i diu, sí, avui marco. I el Marc Bernal avui ha marcat i quin gol. Marc, bona nit, bona tarda.
Bona nit, què tal?
Moment especial, imagino, per tu. I amb quina calma, quin retall, i tot i que amb un palet de fortuna al final, però cap a dins. Com ha estat aquest moment?
No, brutal, jo crec que una sensació única. La veritat que marcar el primer gol amb aquesta camiseta és algo que omple de satisfacció i molt content.
A qui li dediques? A banda de nosaltres, que t'hem donat sort avui.
Vosaltres primer. No, m'he recordat de tota la meva família, dels meus amics, de la gent que m'ha estat apoyant durant aquest temps, l'any passat sobretot, i sobretot per tota l'afició també.
La vida són això, no? Són aquests moments en què les coses ho veus tot negre, que estàs en aquell túnel, i moments com el d'avui, no? I s'ha de celebrar, gaudir i seguir treballant.
Sí, exacte, jo ja ho he dit abans, jo crec que quan he marcat el gol és el primer que se m'ha vingut, tot el que vaig tenir que passar l'any passat, i bueno, super content i molt especial.
Mica en mica has anat agafant protagonisme, has agafat minuts, regularitat, que al final és imprescindible després d'una lesió així, no, Marc? Et trobes en quin punt et trobes de tu mateix, del teu potencial, sent conscient que encara, òbviament, et falta per seguir endavant i millorant?
Bueno, jo sabia des del principi que seria difícil, que aniria de menys a més, i jo crec que s'hi ha sigut. I ara estic a un altre punt, amb molta més confiança i molt millor físicament, i anar agafant minuts i aprofitant les oportunitats que em dona el míster.
Dues últimes molt ràpides. La primera, important victòria, ha costat a la primera meitat. Segon temps, una vegada més heu tret, segurament també aprofitant ja que el rival va més cansat, heu tret el millor joc. Seguir posant pressió al Madrid, seguir sumant victòries de 3 en 3.
Sí, exacte. Seguint amb aquesta dinàmica, que estem amb una dinàmica molt bona, sobretot per al partit que tenim ara de Copa contra l'Atlético, i estic segur que si fem les coses bé i juguem com nosaltres sabem, ens sortiran bé les coses.
I l'última, no sé si li has donat algun consell o algun missatge al Tomi, que avui ha fet el seu debut i que un dia tu vas ser aquell noi que debutava.
No, quan l'he vist entrar me n'he alegrat d'alegria, perquè és un xaval que és superbon tio, i la veritat que m'he portat molt bé des que ha pujat, i també perquè demostra el que és la Masia.
Marc, felicitats per aquest primer gol, que en vinguin molts més, i moltes gràcies.
Moltes gràcies a tu, bona nit.
There you go, people. Marc Bernal speaking to Llorens Ares there. We've said it all afternoon long, haven't we, Spence? That is one of the moments of the day. Bernal's goal and the joy in his face. I mean, he always comes across quite mature, quite, like, sure of himself. he doesn't get too carried away, but you can see the little smile creeping through.
I tend to remember a lot the first goals of players who have come through in La Masia and gotten the opportunity to score. I remember when Gavi scored one, specifically the one that he scored in the Supercopa, and that I can't remember if it was his first goal or not with the club, but Casado had something similar, and these guys, they come through and they get their first, and the smile on their faces on the day that they get their first, they're never going to forget that.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is a great thing to see. Spence, if you don't mind, let's move on to our MVP votes.
Venga.
Let's go ahead with it. I'm going to start with you. Give me a minute to get them up. So let's begin with this, people. By the way, in the members live chat, play along MVP for today's game. Who are you boys thinking? Who are you boys and girls in the chat thinking? Let us know. Spence, then let's go with you because you've got a few interesting picks here.
Yep. I do. I did not go with Tommy Marquez this time, but maybe if he gets a little more playing time next time, he can make this list. But for me, it was pretty clear who the best player on the pitch was throughout the, call it, 77 minutes that he was out there before he came off. Marcus Rashford was outstanding. Okay. Every time he got the ball, he was making the correct decision. He was playing with this sense of ferocity. The ball was bouncing off of his foot like a spring-loaded shotgun that just kept firing these bullets towards the net, and it was every time somebody was getting in the way of it, which was the only reason that he didn't score today. Otherwise, he would have, and he hit one of his shots, resulted in Barca's first goal because it came off of a couple of people, fell to Lewandowski, and hit the back of the net. And I would have put Lamine on this list, but I didn't because I thought Balde was so good from the left-back position, taking the space that was given to him. A lot of times when teams like to sit back against Barca, the best thing they can do is utilize the speed of a very sneaky, fast back line, and Balde is the leader of that sneaky, fast back line. He's able to maneuver in between the lines, and he drives the ball forward in a way that he did today where he always seems to find the open space and goes to it. A lot of times it's cutting laterally in towards the center of the pitch and then making a play, and he did that a lot today for me. That's why he gets the second vote. And Bernal scoring the goal, the cutback, and not just the goal. I mean, it's easy to say the goal, but he also, as soon as he came onto the pitch as a sub, he made a couple of passes, distribution, just to get the ball out to the wide areas that, for me, was exactly what Hansi would have told him to do before he got out there, and he executed to perfection. So, first goal, first point, Bernal.
Okay, I like it. I like it from you. I like it from you, Spence. There are Spence's votes. Then, what have you guys got coming in the chat? Matt Glumbis, Lamine 3, Rashford 2, Bernal 1. Elmir Days, Rashford 3, Lamine 2, Bernal 1. And then you've got 1 for Lamine, 2 Rashford, 3 Bernal from Perita Malaguita. Right, let's go with my votes quickly here, and then we'll go to Rents in just a few moments' time. This is what I've gone for. I don't know if I've been swayed a little bit by what I thought was a magnificent second half from Lamine Yamal. I've gone for 3 for him. Maybe I'm a bit harsh on Rashford, who I agree was the best player in the first half by a distance and carried it through. But I think Lamine had a spell in the second half where I thought he was head and shoulders above the rest. So I've gone for Lamine with 3. I've gone for Rashford with 2. Then it was between those two for me. And then I had to give a point to Bernal. Special mention to me today for Eric Garcia. I thought he was very good at centre-back when he had to deal with anything coming towards the Barca goal. But I have gone for Bernal with 1, just because it was a special moment for him. And he got the goal, and I'll give him the point for it. Right, let's go to the Spotify Camp Nou. We'll discuss our little votes in a moment, Spence. Let's go to the Spotify Camp Nou, because Llorens is there. Llorens, we've heard from Marquez, we've heard from Bernal, a few special interviews today. Let's hear your points for MVP too after a good day for Barca, a 3-0 win.
Yeah, fantastic day for Barça, and more or less the votes are the same. For me, 3 points, Marcus Rashford. Crec que ha fet un molt bon partit, molt actiu a la primera meitat. Em quedo amb Marc Bernal, que avui ha pogut fer aquest primer gol, 2 punts, i 1 punt perquè és una meravella de jugador, Lamine Yamal, que ha fet un autèntic golaç. Per tant, aquestes serien les nostres votacions en un dia molt especial, com dèiem, per la Masia, perquè Tommy ha fet el seu debut, Marc Bernal el seu primer gol, Eric Garcia ha acabat de capità, un capità que ja ho sabem, és un d'aquells jugadors que encara que no llueixi el braçalet és un dels grans líders d'aquest vestidor, i també al final el Barça acabant amb 9 jugadors catalans a aquest partit. La Masia, sens dubte, està d'enhorabona. Marc Casador, que avui ha estat titular i ha completat un molt bon partit en el lloc de Frenkie de Jong. Per tant, satisfets per aquesta nova victòria, clean sheet del Barça, que això a Hansi Flick li agrada molt. I deixa'm dir una dada també, avui Hansi ha apostat per Robert Lewandowski en la posició de 9. Compte que avui Robert Lewandowski ha tornat a demostrar que el gol no caduca. 114 dianes ja suma a la història del Barça, es converteix en el 15è jugador amb més gols de la història del Barça, igualant Besora. Ja té ben a prop Risto Stoichkov, Leo Messi li queda bastant lluny, però en qualsevol cas un golejador d'època, Robert Lewandowski, que és molt important que el Barça el pugui recuperar en aquest tram final de temporada. Ho diu Hansi des de fa dies. Comença ara la part més decisiva, més bonica i també més complicada de la temporada. Dijous, partit d'anada d'aquesta Copa, semifinals al camp de l'Atlético de Madrid. Després el Barça té compromís contra el Girona, compromís de Lliga també contra el Llevant i després vuitens de final de la Champions. Ara sí que comença la part decisiva de la temporada. Per tant, això és tot des de l'Spotify Camp Nou. Hem pogut escoltar alguns dels protagonistes molt satisfets per aquesta victòria i sobretot la segona meitat que avui un dia més ha fet el Barça de Hansi Flick davant aquests 43.000 i escaig espectadors que han donat una molt bona imatge a aquest estadi. Companys, això és tot. Bona tarda, vespre, nit, des d'aquí, des de l'estadi del Camp Nou.
Llorenç, thank you very much. Get home safe and we'll be seeing you, of
welcome.
course, on Thursday night. Oh.
Ara només falta el teu primer gol amb el primer equip, tio. Només tu.
That's not possible, no way, Spence. Aquest és bastant complicat,
Vinga,
però diuen que el gol no caduca, no? Mira Robert Lewandowski, doncs veurem si encara estic a temps de fer-ne algun. Ara sí, companys, aquí ja posem el punt i final a la jornada amb aquesta victòria i demà a veure què fa el Real Madrid, que té un compromís complicat. El Barça havia de fer la seva feina, l'ha feta i per tant satisfacció blaugrana aquí a l'Spotify Camp Nou.
Molt bé.
Venga, Llorenç, we'll see you shortly. Of course, big one on Thursday night away to Atlético de Madrid. We'll be connecting with Llorenç. So the votes are in, Spence. Rashford with 8, Lamine with 4, Bernal with 4, and Balde with 2. Those are the final MVP votes. Quite shared.
Yeah, and I know that Lamine got some votes, understandably so, and I said I could have voted for him as we're waiting for Hansi to enter the press room. Shouldn't be too far from now because Yagoba Arasate just left. But for me, Lamine could get the man of the match game award just about every match. The bar has been raised for him to the point where if he has, by his standards, a normal game, which for me today, he scored a great goal. He was weaving through the defense. He had a good game. But by his standards, it's just you got to give some other players some credit. Otherwise, he's standing there the whole time.
He's a victim of his own success, is what you're saying.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
I do agree that's happened with Lamine Yamal. But I will say, I think in recent weeks, Spence, he's at his best level he's been this season. That's just my opinion. I think when he's getting on the board, he's just a joy to watch.
Because
it really is.
People were starting to question whether or not he had, goals in his boots. And now the last couple of weeks he's been scoring, he's been delivering assists, and he's had a couple of balls also that would have been assists if they had been finished. But the way that he's playing, he's at a top level right now.
Well, that's what we're going to bring today's programme for an end here on Barça Live, because as you can see, Flick is in the press room next to our colleague Paul Martinez. So we'll go there, people, to listen to Hansi Flick's press conference. Spence, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining me. Back on Thursday night for the Cup against Atleti. Let's hear the words of Hansi Flick then after a 3-0 win for Barça against Mallorca. Adeu, people.
Bona tarda, Mireia Ruiz en directe a la TDT de Catalunya Ràdio. Ara, a la TDT explicàvem que el Barça marca més gols a les segones parts que a les primeres i que a les segones parts rep menys de la meitat de gols que els que rep a les primeres. Què passa a les segones parts amb el Barça? Sempre és el moment que explota, sempre és el moment que puja de rendiment. Tens alguna explicació? Gràcies.
But today was similar. First half and second half was. Now I was not happy with the first half, of course, and I think also the players not. So we played not on our level. Was not dynamic. We passing. We were too slow. So, but at the end we have 3 more points, 3 more goals, clean sheet. and at the end, I have to say it's a good day for us.
Hola, Hansi, Marta Ramon, en directe a RAC1. Quan ha marcat Marc Bernal, us heu posat tots molt contents, ha estat una alegria molt gran. Què heu sentit tant tu com l'equip al veure un moment així per un jove que ha crescut del planter i que, a més, ve d'una lesió tan llarga? Quin significat li trobes al seu primer gol amb el Barça?
I think you could see it also from the bench. Everyone stands up and clap their hands and celebrate it. And I think for Bernie was amazing. In the Camp Nou, scored his first goal, perfect, and he did it really well. So, yeah, next step for him and to come back on the highest level.
Hola, mister. Soy Santi Valle, en directo para el Carrusel Deportivo de la SER y el Ketty Jugadors de SER Cataluña. En una temporada y media, con el debut de hoy de Tommy Marqués, son 10 los futbolistas de las categorías inferiores que usted ha hecho debutar con el primer equipo. ¿Qué le dice esta cifra y si es una de las cosas que tiene claro, que este club tiene que tirar mucho del fútbol base?
No, this is our way, and I think it's also good for the club, for La Masia, because we respect also the work they are doing in La Masia, and when you see, so Tommy was the next player. He has a lot of potential, so this is, you can see in every training, and I was really happy that we have the option today to bring him in, to that he gets his first match for Barça. I think also for him it's a dream in Camp Nou to play his first game. But of course this is what I like, what I love. You can also see the relationship between these players. They played in La Masia. It's totally different. It's totally different, and I love really what I see.
Hola, aquí señor Flick. Víctor Lozano, en directo para el Radio Estadio de Onda Cero. Se le ha visto muy enfadado con el árbitro por una jugada en la que ya no es un tema de criterio de penalti o de etcétera o de falta, sino por una barrera que estaba medio metro adelantada. Ya digo, le he visto muy contrariado. El árbitro ha venido a hablar con usted, le ha dado explicaciones sin sacarle tarjeta. Me gustaría un poquito si se puede saber de qué han hablado y qué le ha parecido esta jugada.
Yeah, I think he has no reason to book me. So it's like that. I didn't deserve the yellow card, so it just said I think it was clear that the players of Mallorca were too near to the set pieces, to free kick. And I also think from the foul to Lamine was also a penalty for yes. This is what I also said to him.
Hola, mister. Aquí atrás, Josep Cabdel, en directo a Tablero Deportivo, Radio Nacional de España. Felicidades por la victoria. ¿Qué les ha dicho a sus jugadores en el descanso? Porque ha cambiado mucho el equipo en la primera a la segunda parte. ¿Qué es lo que les ha dicho? ¿Faltaba intensidad o qué es lo que ha corregido? Gracias.
No, I asked them if they are satisfied with the first half. So I said, "Are you?" And they say, "No, they are not satisfied." So it's like that. But of course, we showed them like we always do. So situations, what we have to make better, and it's about positioning. It's about also the passing, the quality of the pass, also the speed of the pass. It's this, this was in the first half was not like Barça wants to play or like we want to play, and the second half was much better.
Hola, Hansi, Elena Condis de la cadena COPE. Hoy Lamine ha vuelto a marcar, son 5 partidos seguidos viendo portería. MVP. Hemos visto en un momento dado como le hacías el gesto del cambio y él parecía que quería quedarse un poco más, pero no se lo has sustituido por precaución, ya pensando en lo que viene, que es la Copa del jueves.
Of course, this is also we have to also manage his minutes. I know at the moment he's enjoying playing football. So, but also in this first half was not on the top level. I think so. He keep his energy for the second half and for the shot, so for the goal.
it's also okay. But no, Lamine is fantastic. So I asked him that we change, and he made like this, and was okay.
Hola, Hansi, ¿qué tal? Raúl Fuentes en directo para Radio Marca. Te quería preguntar por Marc Casado. Él ha tenido poco protagonismo en la primera parte de la temporada, pero últimamente lo estás utilizando mucho siendo titular en Santander contra el Oviedo hoy. Tiene minutos también importantes. No sé si a lo largo de estas últimas semanas o meses tú has tenido alguna charla con él y qué es lo que ha cambiado para tener poco protagonismo, ahora ser uno de los jugadores que tiene más minutos.
You know, it's now we have a lot of matches, and I think also, how I said, they are fantastic professional players. So very focused in the training, also give everything for this team, and he deserved also to play. And so when we have to manage the minutes also for the others, especially today, Frankie was not feeling right, so I decided that we let him not play, but Casa was a starter also if Frankie played or not played. So for me it's important that everyone who's on the bench, everyone maybe a step behind, that they all give everything in training. So this is what I want to see, and this is Casa doing, everyone, Rooney, everyone who is there, who's training with us. I'm very happy about that because this is the basics of success. When you train always 100%, you also can play 100%, and this is what I want to see. Yeah.
Hi, Hansi. Le quería preguntar, le han preguntado mucho por la primera parte y que cambia el equipo en el descanso. Si no me equivoco, en la previa del partido contra el Elche usted insistió en que era muy importante que el equipo saliera concentrado desde el primer minuto. Lo vimos en el partido contra el Copenhague, también contra el Oviedo, que las primeras partes tienen un poco la sensación de que el equipo considera que la primera parte las deja perder un poco y que piensa que lo puede resolver todo en la segunda parte, y es algo que hay que corregir.
I hope not. That's the attitude. I think more. I said this. We have a lot of matches, and at the end, sometimes it happens like that. And hopefully, I think on Thursday against Atletico, we will see another team from the first minute. So this is what I want to see also today. But I played also football. I know things are, and I think in the first half we were not 100% with the right attitude, with the right mentality. So, but we changed in the second half, and this was good then.
Últimes dues preguntes, last two questions.
Aquí, Hansi, Diego Pérez del Lleida Esport. Jo et volia preguntar pel Tomi Marquès. Tu treballes amb molts jugadors de la cantera i m'agradaria saber què li veus d'especial a ell, què el fa diferent o què li veus, quines característiques li veus perquè pugui ser un jugador del primer equip i que tingui un futur al Barça. Gràcies.
I think Tommy can play different positions. So for me, his body language is top, but also with the ball, he shows that he has the confidence, he believes in what he's doing. So always the heads up, always to see the players who are in a better position. So I really like what I see from him in the training, and from the first training you can see this dynamic he has with the ball, but also without the ball. He seems a little bit really matured. It's like that with 19 years, and so for me it's good to have him in every training, because then he also can improve, because he trained with the best players, and for me it's a good step for him. He looks like Frankie, yeah? He looks like Frankie, yes. Could be his brother, his younger brother. He also can play number 6, but I think Bernie can play number 6, Casa can play number 6. We have a lot of players in a similar position, in the same positions, and but also Tommy can play as an 8,
can play as a 10. We also use him for playing as a right back. So it's also an option because I think it changed a lot about the positioning of the fullbacks, and he's with the ball very good, and also he can be in other positions when it's necessary. So with the ball, he's fantastic. So this is what I expect from him, and he's doing good.
Hola Hansi, aquí Sergi Vélez para Iniestazo. El centro del campo de los últimos minutos estaba compuesto por Casado, Bernal, Tommy Marqués, que estabas hablando ahora de él y que ha debutado hoy. No sé si la palabra que define este centro del campo, es orgullo, y qué potencial le ves a Tommy Marqués, tú que por ejemplo también lo has visto en el Johan. Gracias.
No, yeah. I think I answered this question before. I think Tommy, I said 3 times now, Tommy is like all the La Masia player. He has the basic and the technique is unbelievable. So he believes in his style, how I want to play football. His body language is top, and I think he's step by step. I think in a good mood. I also said to him, "Hey, come on, this season, just adapt in the training, adapt when also have the possibility to play, and then next season we will see." I think he could be a player also for the team next season.
Doncs fins aquí la roda de premsa. Moltes gràcies, bona tarda.